GM had to eat crow and be like, "All right, you get this shit for free. God damn it." Oh yeah, that's a fun little bit of the recording.
I'm sure.
When I eventually get those uploaded, everyone will have a good laugh at my expense of it. So, in the meantime, the rest of the group met up at Zeta's ship, which I believe still doesn't have a name.
No, it does not.
Okay, well, R927 is going to try and figure that out as he attempts to get you guys airworthy. He's been taking care of docking fees and so forth. So the rest of you are gathered this Corellian freighter. And Odo, would you like to describe what you pull up on?
Well, first of all, I don't know where we're actually meeting.
Oh, yes. So you're going to have to contact them, but I can't wait for this reveal.
So after getting the supplies that I need, as well as my mode of transportation, I click back on the I click on the communicator, and I contact everyone except Krat.
Valid.
Rude.
Nothing against you, Krat, but I need to know exactly where I'm going, not where I'm possibly going.
I don't need a metaphor on where you are.
Very much so.
I am here.
You may
Where
come
are
here.
any of us?
Exactly. Hey guys, sorry it took me a while, but I'm ready to go now. Where am I meeting you?
Simply come back to the temple.
Seriously?
We have been very busy, my friend, but we are about to embark.
Alright. I click off, and as I come down towards where I'm supposing like the docking area for this place is, everyone hears this before they see it. What you hear is essentially a pod racer, a very loud pod racer coming down the row. And you see a speeder bike that what we would know as a motorbike chopper is flying down the road with blue flames on its tank. And Odo sitting on top of it as he lands the speeder bike directly next to it. He hasn't turned off the engine yet. It is still very, very loud.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Is that fire real?
Imagine Sebulba's pod racer turned up to 11.
Is the fire real, Odo?
Cider did it better.
He did. So, well, to be fair, Cider was able to make his. I had to buy mine. But I
Goodbye, my penile enhancement. Thank you very much. I couldn't make it at home.
I look to Krat and I go, "Do you want to touch the fire?"
I don't know. Is it real?
I put my hands on the fire.
You do not hear sizzling flesh.
That to any other person that would confirm that it's not real. However, Krat has seen you. He thinks you're very tough. So Krat just looks at Ned like, I
look to Ned and I shake my head.
I would not chance it. He is very tough.
I look back. Yeah, Krat looks back over and goes, "Thank you, but I will refrain."
We got enough space for me to park my bike.
Yeah, should be.
I immediately take it on the up ramp again, not turning it off.
Turn it off first. I don't need those fumes.
What was that?
Can I use the force to turn it off?
I mean, do you have that force power?
Can I just do it?
No.
I need move fine-tuned instruments.
I could do it if I knew where the switch was.
Yeah. Could I have everyone make a vigilance check to not go deaf for temporarily?
Oh no.
Vigilance or resilience?
Resilience. It would be
resilience is more accurate, actually.
Is there any difficulty on this?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 purple.
We also need to roll destiny.
We do.
I have rolled my destiny.
need to
Also,
refresh
sorry
the
if I
dice
go
roller.
quiet at any point.
all right.
I'm going into a coughing fit. I've been sick for a week.
You're fine.
No
Dude,
problem.
there is something going around. People are
Yeah.
Yes,
falling
there-
sick left and right.
Yeah, Mom got sick not too long ago. It wasn't coughing.
Sounds
it
like an
was
Happy's-
Orlando
so-
problem.
Hmm.
Pappy's sick right now.
Oof.
He's been sick for a couple of days.
He can just hide medicine in his mustache like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
It's true. Honestly, I don't know how he gets sick. His mustache is a great filter for both his mouth and nose.
It's true.
So,
He didn't have to
Zeta
wear a
and Krat-
mask.
It's true.
Krat, you don't talk with your mouth, so your ears, I guess, aren't as developed. Like,
It's debatable
You-
whether I even have ears.
yeah, you may actually not have ears, but
Crack,
you,
crack.
some form of listening to communication because you understand oral input, but something in your brain just accepts the oral input and shoves it away before it can do any damage. Zeta is a similar thing. Ned, unfortunately, you don't really succeed, so you're not deaf, but your
Annoyed.
carapace is vibrating.
So as he says what, I walk up and I just like push the button and turn the engine off.
Hey!
Even after it turns off, though, Ned, you feel like vibrations along your chitin, just like, oh, this isn't good.
Kind of flex my hand after I turn it off. It was quite loud. It was disturbing me at close range. Also, do not activate the speeder while inside of the ship.
Odo is a little frustrated, but he's like, fine.
We don't need fumes inside the ship.
I
Precisely.
mean, it is. I mean, it's not a bad thing, and it's easy enough to get to the cargo hold. There are repulsors on it, so it does hover. It's easy enough to push because the anti-grav isn't too weak, thankfully. It is still a heavy bike, so it takes you a minute to get there. And as you walk by, you just see R927 just looking at you with his one monocled eye, just
I immediately kick R5 over. Or R9 over.
a string of binary expletives later.
I give 0 shits for the droid.
Oh, the droid is everyone's favorite punching bag. So the group is now united. Would we like to share information and what we purchased?
So how much time has passed? Can we like say enough time has passed where we all kind of finalized all of like our loose ends from last session?
Arguably, yes. I would say, timeline-wise, from when you have been dismissed from the council, it has been about 5 or 6 hours. That should be enough time for you guys to pull off your little maneuver and still make purchases.
5 or 6 hours. I haven't made my gun yet. If that's the case, I need 8 hours to fix that shit.
Okay. So I would
Depending on where
argue
we
you
go, you
may
can do that
be-
on the ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think you could easily do that on the ship, and you would
I
be
would
able to
have-
move your materials.
I would have some kind of workspace.
Well,
So
and
that's not really my concern. My concern is that I still have the prototype that I got from the guy, and the guy still has Krat's lightsaber, which I desperately want back.
do I need to go with you?
Pratt doesn't need it back. It's fine.
Yeah, I know you don't need it back, but Ned wants that back in our hands as soon as possible.
Nah, it's fine.
I would like to go give the gun back and get the lightsaber.
Odo
No
knows
rush.
Odo knows that a gun is good, so he's actually going to jump on his bike and head to wherever this location is.
My
All right.
lightsaber is serving more purpose than it is with me.
I didn't think we were gonna go back to Bulgargs, but here we are.
We don't have to RP it to save time. I'm literally just giving the prototype gun back because I have the schematic and I'm gonna make it on the ship. I'm gonna give the gun back. I'm gonna get Krat's saber back. And I'm gonna leave him alone. That's all I'm gonna
There you
do.
go.
I'm not trying to do anything else. That's all I'm trying to do.
It's fine. It would have taken just that long, but yeah, it's you go to Bulgargs. You're just like lightsaber back, please. You give the
Mhm.
you get the lightsaber back. You give back your schematic, and your obligation is complete.
Fantastic. Okay. So I put Krat's lightsaber into my inventory for now until I can give it back to him.
At some point.
If he even
Yeah,
wants
there's no
it
rush
back.
on that. There's no
Yeah,
rush on
there's
that.
absolutely no rush.
I forgot he even gave it to the
So
guy.
aside from that, I'm just gonna say that I did all of my shopping, and then I will send you the list when I have the final list.
Oh, Ned. Given you're reading a
Yeah.
medical textbook, you want to inform the crew and figure out how long that's going to take?
Oh, I mean the medical textbook is just letting you guys know that I bought my second skill tree. I am a medic as well.
Yes, but remember what comes with that.
Ooh.
Big tank-like thing.
Oh yes. Also, if we could have a little powwow with Zeta before, if Ned could approach Zeta like, maybe like, I guess either right now or like a couple minutes before Odo arrives.
Yeah, now it's probably
Ned
better
walks up
'cause
to you.
that way the whole group is together.
Gotcha. So at this point, I would, go to Zeta and I would, excuse me, Zeta,
What's up?
is there space for a Bacta tank on this ship?
Oh. I think we can make room for one.
After what happened in our last encounter, I would much rather the security and peace of mind knowing that we have a place to where I can treat those of you who become damaged in combat.
Yeah, that's smart. Let me see here.
Looking at the floor plan. Sure, got to get over.
And if it comes to it, if we can just get the materials and I can set it up myself.
Yeah, there's a couple of different places you could make it work. My guess would probably be somewhere offset on the boarding ramp in one of either the.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
there you
course
go.
it would.
Thank
Maybe
you.
maybe in
Thank you.
maybe off to the engine room. But yeah, sorry, I should have given it to everybody. Yeah, this is the single tree model, so to speak, not the double.
Yeah, it's the one on the left.
This is
Yeah.
so blurry
Yeah,
and so
Grainy.
it's
small.
very small. It is very
Yeah.
small.
I'm looking to see if I
Here,
can find a
I'm
better
gonna
one.
send. I'll send. I found one. So
Okay.
here, try this one.
That is
There
a
we go.
lot better. That's a
Cool.
lot better.
Sorry,
let me-
didn't.
Hold up my
Oh,
space.
it's so
Yeah,
small.
take.
No, that is it.
There's not a lot of places it could go, but it could go in one of the conference rooms, maybe.
Yeah,
Da, da, da.
I'm thinking that, or we can make.
Da, da, da. There we go.
One of the spaces off in the left area.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Space 10 is a medical bay. Why are we even questioning this?
Oh,
Oh
shit,
fuck!
yeah.
I totally missed that. Yeah, there's
It's
obviously room in the medical bay.
yeah.
It looks like
Brad,
there's
you-
actually for this model. It actually looks like there is a back to tank built-in
There's-
support. So all you do is just get the tank. Which that negates
Yeah, so-
part of what I'm doing. So.
So as we're walking through, Zay's like, yeah, I mean, maybe. Ned kind of opens the door and goes, there is literally a space right there where there is no back to tank.
Yeah, put it right there.
What? This is your ship, Zeta. How did you?
How did we miss this?
What?
Whatever. Ned makes the arrangements. I'll even pay for the tank if that's what you want, Cedric, or it's already there. But there is a
Arguably, I think
full-blown
that
medical
would
bay
be,
on the ship already.
yeah, I think that would probably be easy enough to just be like, hey, I need a back to tank. Oh look, it's wartime. We all need back to tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a half-stocked med bay before that, and then we like get all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you
Yeah,
go in there and it's just a slightly small closet of medical supplies in a bare room.
Ned looks at it and goes, "This is perfect. A clean slate. I can truly make it my own."
Sorry, say that again.
A clean slate. I can truly make this my own.
Yeah, go for it.
And Ned starts setting up shop.
Beautiful. Alrighty. So, whole crew's gathered together. You have an annoying little astromech trailing around after somebody. Haven't figured out who yet. But you have a heading. You guys like to head off?
Before we head off,
Can we discuss that heading again? Because I forgot.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
I heard two people talking,
uh,
and I was unable to hear either one.
Julianne, you go first. I was just going to talk to Ned.
Go for it. I started eating food.
No, it's fine. As they're getting finished and setting up shop, I'm assuming there's some kind of workbench table of some kind for Ned.
Oh, yeah, so because there's no uh designated workshop area, the medical bay is kind of Ned's all-around habitat. This is where he will live.
Okay. So you hear the familiar clunk and thunk of Daisy hitting a table, as you have done work on Daisy before.
Setting up the back of the tank, soldering something, I turn around and... Can I help you?
More like you can help Daisy. I got some new toys to play with.
Wonderful. I set down my little blowtorch and I walk over.
I pull out of essentially a saddlebag for the speeder bike. I pull out of the saddlebag a telescopic scope and an amplifying chamber, and I hand them to Ned.
Very good
Hold on.
choices.
All right. While this is going on, would anyone like to do anything? Because I think we're on pause for a couple seconds.
I would like to roll my astrogation check for the session.
Of course you would, Thomas. You absolutely can.
And you know what?
Now-
I used... Huh?
No.
Okay.
I just had a silly question whenever you're done.
Yeah, I used the remainder of my XP to raise my astrogation a little bit more. Because I feel like Pratt never thought about other planets, except for the one that he was on. However, he's been gifted the sight of many planets recently, so I feel like it makes sense with his character to up his astrogation a bit.
It does.
So, it is a... Hold on, let me pull it up.
God
It is
damn it.
It is a two purple? Yes, a 2 purple astrogation check. Boom! Okay, so help me understand what this means. I understand the last part because it's, for next encounter. Once per session while meditating, make a 2 purple astrogation check. Success adds, I'm just going to send it in the Discord so you can see what I'm talking about.
Jason, thank you.
Don't mind the red dot. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm. So you add a free light side success to all 4 power checks in your next encounter.
Cool. Is it 2 because I got 2 successes, or is it 1?
No, it says success. So
Okay,
it does not
that's
say
fine.
successful. It just means
Okay.
if you succeed, you get a free force.
Cool. So no matter what, next encounter, whoever's next to me gets battle meditation
Mm-hmm.
automatically. Cool. That's what I wanted to do. Cool. Yeah. So I think that Krat would be like as soon as I feel like he would follow Ned and Zeta around for a bit and look at the back to tank thing and relate to Zeta not remembering there's a back to tank in there because that's totally something he would do, and then just kind of like walk off and just like look out at space. I think, and then just sit down and meditate.
And as you
Lots of
open your
great
mind to the universe, you feel yourself connect, and the light side of the force whispers through you and gives you a little bit of a hope.
That's good. That's good. I feel like every morning, if he gets the chance, which the only reason I'm saying that, or not saying that for today is because obviously we're on the ship now. But I feel like every morning, Krat would like wake up and do this check, and just be like, "How was the Force feeling today?" Because
Right.
if the Force talks to him, he wants to talk to the Force as well. So it's like
Oh, yeah.
hey, how are you doing today?
Unfortunately, the
Force.
force does not always answer with words, but today it's just a happy feeling.
That's totally fine. He's used to that by now.
Can,
But a happy feeling is
Can anyone hear me?
yes, I can
Yes.
hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
A happy
can hear you.
feeling is a successful feeling in his eyes. So Krat is good. Krat's just going to be meditating for probably the first like hour or two of the ship ride.
So my internet is so bad that wallpaper engine isn't even working. So
Oh,
I had to
good.
switch to my phone. So I had to switch to my phone for Discord.
Ew, no.
Well,
I'm so sick and tired of having shitty internet.
you just need a really, really long Ethernet cord, like a really long one.
My dad had a hard time with
Yeah,
it.
but that would ruin the aesthetic of the house, though, Thomas.
But you could get a really long one and then take it all the way to Bright Land or whoever the hell gives you your internet, and you could like plug it into their end.
Classic internet provider, Brightland.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with speeds up to light, Brightland's got you covered.
With speeds up to land, Brightland's got you covered.
All right.
Is
Okay,
Geo
I
back?
am very sorry about that.
All good.
You're
All
good.
good.
Mom had a fight with technology, and technology won.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Ah,
That's
it
not
was not good.
Been there.
Yeah, so okay. Where was I?
You were putting Daisy on the table.
Yes, and I handed over
Yeah.
the telescopic scope and the amplifying chamber.
Yes.
I look at these and very good choice.
And I think this might be a little bit of a surprise for Ned. I don't know if Ned notices or not, but I'm not currently wearing my armor, as I have that in a separate bag, and I also put that on the table.
And why do you come into my workshop naked?
I've still got clothes on.
Ned just stares at you.
I hand him a like essentially like a box because I'm guessing it probably came in some kind of really dumb box. And on the box, I want to make sure I have the naming of this right. he will find on the box something called reactive plating.
Fucking fantastic.
Now, Ned.
Cutting out again.
Oh, he's cutting out. I thought he was
We
talking
can hear
about the
you.
reactive plating.
Geo's a robot.
I swear I'm not.
I promise.
Geo's a robot. Oh, Thomas is too.
I wonder what robot laughter sounds like.
Internet is bad. Internet won't even connect. Says I have maximum strength. It's not connecting. Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, there we go. That's much
Well.
better.
Woo!
Okay,
I have
what?
now put my phone on my liquor shelf. That's where it gets the best signal now, apparently.
Who the fuck thinks about that?
So, Ned, I hand you a box that says reactive plating, and I look at Ned and I'm basically like, now the guy I bought it from said be very careful installing it.
Right. Yes, this reactive plating can be a little touchy.
That's a word.
Yes, I can install this for you. However, I am but one Jedi. What do you want me to prioritize? As I do not have. Well, how far away is where we're going, Cedric?
Would anyone like to make an astrogation check?
Do we know
I
where
mean,
we're
I
going?
can-
Droid can do that.
We are
We know the
going
planet.
to Adawan.
Right, but do
Uh-huh.
we know where that is, or did we just
I
find that
think.
name in the library?
Oh, you know where it is. You know that it is in
Adawan.
Okay.
right space.
Yes, it's in Sith space.
Okay.
It's a Lothal moon.
That's right. That's right. Because of all the red. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because Krat thinks he can talk his way through. That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're going. What is the difficulty for an astrogation check?
Given the distance, I'm gonna argue that this is gonna be a 4 purple check because you got to figure out how long it's gonna take to get there, and you got to do the actual calculations of how long the ship is gonna do it. Oh, Jesus Christ! So Ned, your calculations basically laugh at you. Like the astrogative computer basically spits an answer back of no.
I mean, honestly, the one threat is because I'm still talking with Odo. I'm probably just thinking like, where is it? I don't know.
So
I'm
this is
probably
just
got
the
a while.
ship's the ship's navicomputer. R9 was not helping. Do you want to call
I'm
R9?
calling to R9.
Yes.
Plug in a course to Adelon. Please.
I'm sorry, where?
Adelon? Lothal Moon.
He's gonna roll a check. Because I don't even know if he knows where that is.
Can I roll a quest marker check?
Yes, you can. He knows where it is.
Krat points in the exact direction that it is. It's like down and to the right. It's over there.
R9 looks at him and just looks at Zeta. What is he doing?
The planet is over there.
Remember, he
Zeta,
can't
why
hear
won't...
you.
Oh, I'm aware. Zeta, why won't he listen to me? The planet is in that direction.
I can't hear you.
Why?
I do not understand why the hairy one is pointing.
I would love to remind Krat that he does know kind of how to respond to droids with the whistling.
No, I know. Yeah. No, now he's learning. He's learning. It's a slow process.
He's
He has a one
learning.
intellect.
Gotcha.
He just starts. He knows though that motions would. You can respond to droids with motions. He starts like furiously pointing down, like just down. It is in that direction.
Why does the hairy one keep pointing towards the floor? Does he think that we're not going to? Does he think we're going to fall through?
I think he's pointing directly at the planet.
Yeah, he
That
starts
is
nodding.
not how
Yes,
this works.
that direction.
Yeah, well, put it in.
Okay, he's gonna roll his own astrogation check.
What?
Hey.
Whenever we cut back to Odo and Ned, Ned is gonna ask you what you want to prioritize, because because Ned also has his own projects that he's working on. But what would you like modified first, your armor or your gun?
So, Odo would definitely think that that Daisy would be a lot quicker, just considering that we're essentially talking about putting something on the barrel and putting something on the shaft of the gun. It's probably not going to take very long. So, Daisy first, then the armor.
Gotcha. Okay.
So R9 looks at it and says immediately, "Nope."
Why?
Because I am not plotting you a course in Sith space.
Well, we don't have a choice.
I like
so
my
I can replace
bolts
you.
and nuts where they are.
Alright, I'll just sell you to a junker.
I mean, honestly,
Find
that would be
another.
preferable to be ending up in Sith hands.
Sure. I'll go find another one.
Wait, what? You can't be serious.
Why not? You'll fetch a good price from a junker. It's enough to get one that won't think quite so much.
No, you. I can't believe you'd even think of something like that.
Yes, because the thinking is the problem.
Fine.
That way.
I'll try again.
Thank you. If I
Make
can,
the
I'll
exact
go to the
same
computer
check.
and try to help.
Make the exact same check. Using the Nava computer this time to get some assistance. He's gonna get 2 blue. He's gonna get 1 black because he's fucking annoyed.
There we go.
You know, if we just wiped his memory, he wouldn't behave like this.
If
Yeah.
you do that,
Give me one
I
second.
will.
Alright.
I will shock you so hard.
I'm also not there.
Yes, I know. Alright, so
As I hand this off
I have
to
successfully plotted a course for Atalon. The 2 threats being, it's not great.
as I give the priorities, I go, "You got it from here, Ned."
Oh yes, I believe so. They're in good hands, my friend.
Good. I'm gonna go check on the cannons on this puppy. It's been a while since I've had to be in the model ship like this.
Go for it. They should be calibrated. I made sure of that myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna go redo that.
Suit yourself.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
No worries.
Did-
So,
Did you just make a
R9
Mass
is
Effect
required.
reference, you motherfucker?
I mean, maybe.
Huh?
Calibrate, you bastard. You didn't even mean to do that.
No.
My brain's just in space.
Yes, it happens to me.
I know.
So he plots you
We
a
got
direct
Mass
course.
Effect on the
Atalon.
brain.
However, there are going to be some hazards. The obvious one, it's in Sith space. The less obvious ones, that hyperspace route is... it's special.
Oh.
Oh yes. It's gonna take some doing. There's a high likelihood of you guys getting pulled in by a black hole or quite possibly swallowed by a space whale. You don't know, but it's not gonna be fun.
Great. There isn't
I mean, the
any
black
other way
hole's
to
a
do
great
this.
way to end a campaign, I guess.
You have a course.
It's a blaze of
I look
glory.
at R9. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
You asked me to give you a course to the planet. You did not ask for a safe one.
Give me a safe one.
Do you realize there is no safe path to space?
Well,
We
it's gotta be
are the
safer
Republic,
than that.
their natural enemy.
There's gotta be a safer one than that route.
You, not. If you would like to get there in any timely manner in as few jumps as possible, this is it. This is literally the best I can do.
Well, how long is this gonna be?
This is going to take you approximately 2 weeks.
Jesus H Christ. Okay.
You are going all the way across the galaxy.
Am I aware? Like I'm assuming that I'm at least close or can hear this conversation. This ship isn't that big.
Oh, the only people who can't hear this conversation is Krat, and that's only because Krat's hearing half of it.
Fair enough. I go up to Zeta. Is R9 giving you trouble?
Always.
Does he know of a safer route?
No.
Is this the best option we got?
Pretty much, unless we want it to take a month.
That's going to be a question for the other two Jedi, not me. I was just going to beat the crap out of R9 if he wasn't being cooperative.
He's being as cooperative as he normally is.
Fair enough.
R9 just
and he's fine.
narrows his one eye, and you just see the slot for his zapper opening.
I use the force to close it.
No. I grab the zapper, and I'm like, I can play. Do it, motherfucker.
Well, Geo, roll coercion.
I was going to say brawling, but, you know.
This is more like an intimidation check.
No, fair enough. What's my difficulty?
1. R9 is... Yeah. R9 just... You hear the servo whining as it tries to pull back the thing, and you can't... It can't because he's weaker than you. So you just hear the pathetic little...
I've eaten Sith bigger than you. I let it go.
And immediately the zapper door slams shut, and he just rolls very slowly away, keeping you in his eyesight the whole time.
You good, Zeta?
All right.
I'm good. How's your nurse?
Odo's pissed that people know.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Good. Oh, hey, look at this.
Yeah.
I pull out my new lightsaber.
Oh. Well, what is that?
Do I have space to ignite it?
I would go to the cargo hold. The cockpit is not a place for a lightsaber.
Like, alright, come this way.
All right.
Let me go over there. And I ignite the purple blade.
Wow. You switched colors on me.
Yeah. And it's a dual-bladed now.
Wait, dual-bladed?
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, we figured this out before we left.
Well,
I don't know why the crystal changed color. It's the same crystal.
if you ever want a sparring partner,
For sure.
I think I've got some armor that might actually be pretty good for something like this. So, if you ever wanted to take a swing at me, once we get the armor fixed, you got your chance.
Sounds like a terrible plan. I like it.
It's awesome. You'll love it. All right, we're done.
Yeah, that's the new design, though.
Oh, that's awesome. I like it.
All right.
I mean, he's got 2
yeah,
weeks. Can't he just roll for everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Is you have 2 weeks of travel time to get to where you want to go. So
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, I mean, shit. If I got 2 weeks, yeah, I guess I'll just make a string of rolls real quick if you want me to.
I absolutely would love you to, because it's going to take some time.
We
All
should
right,
also
well-
discuss exactly what we're doing and where we're going, because I'm kind of out of the loop, and I know Odo is.
Well, why don't we all to multitask? We can all chill out in my workshop, and we can all strategize while I tinker.
There you go.
I now dub it the new war room, and I head that way.
As
So you guys
you
get to the new war room.
Cedric,
Yes.
the results for my gun, I have extended its range too long, and I have given it the stun quality, so it now has 4 settings. It has the
God,
blaster,
damn it.
blaster, special one, stun, and safety.
Oh, you all enjoy making my life fun, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, this is going to be so
Cool,
much
so-
interesting. Okay, let's
so
hope this
that-
works.
That I put away, and then for now, and then I'm gonna make some more rolls, and you guys can update.
Yes.
Yeah, and we can figure out what we're doing.
I'm trying to check Holocron for modifying. It's
I mean,
modding
it should just be a
attachment.
mech.
It's a hard mechanic.
About to say, adding mods for anything is always going to be a hard mechanic.
And you're going to
check.
have to subtract 100 credits for each attempt.
I will cover the cost. It's no biggie.
Because you're essentially wasting scrap metal.
Just making sure we're going by the book. So yeah, hard mechanic check.
Can you send me a small list of your mods, please?
Yeah, sure.
What would Krat and Zeta be doing while Ned is working? Or do we want to just have our war room meeting so you guys can be put into the loop?
Let Zeta go first. I need to let Croissant out real quick.
I was honestly gonna say that I was just gonna be in the workshop / medbay / war room.
Right. So as
Not that
Krat
small.
as Krat slowly makes his way into the room as he does, I start spouting off what I update everyone. Jules, do you yourself remember like all the info that we got?
No, I don't.
Okay. So essentially, now that it's just us 4, Krat and I hit the library, and we started researching just random stuff. I don't remember what the basis for our studies were, but
I asked the Force.
Yes, he asked the Force, and I actually found the archive stuff that we needed.
From the name
So-
that I pulled from the Force.
Sure. I tell the group of the Daidu, one of the first monks to believe to have founded the Jedi Order. Believe all the source of all living things, balance. They believe that balance, the true meaning of the Force was the balance between chaos and order. And when someone becomes too focused on one aspect, it becomes problematic. Let's see. We found 3 names, 3 recurring names throughout these texts as Ashla, Bogan, and Bendu. Then Krat blurted out Adelon, which was the name of the planet that we're heading to. We also learned that there is a small Jedi temple or small Jedi sect on this Lothal moon. So we're going here to potentially get more information on this vergance or whatever. Is that roughly correct, Cedric, or am I making all this up?
Roughly correct. The information you guys found was mostly about what the original Jedi Order was. Originally known as the Bendu monks. The Jedi Order was actually an offshoot from that. So it was basically just Pratt found something that most Jedi don't get research into. It was like so deeply hidden in the library, it's almost forgotten. Essentially saying that, well, there might be something different out there. So you got three names. You got some of the ancient history of the Jedi, and you got the name Atalon. That is the biggest reveal.
Okay,
This
cool.
is to add your scope.
What the fuck?
I mean, I will easily say you do not need to spend credits. You can use the same parts to make another roll, because that's 6 advantages.
Did it roll?
1 success.
My internet
That
is
is
so
a
fucking bad.
Geo,
There we go.
Geo and Javen figure out when you want to spend your advantages on.
Okay, so that was for the scope, Geo.
Yep.
Because I believe for the mods, that should give you, like, there should be extra stuff that you can spend advantages on.
Well,
These dice
and
are always
while Javen is rolling that, and I know that I've talked to a couple of people about this.
Okay, so that was for the scope. 4 advantages. Geo's working on sending me screenshots of the things that he's looking at.
I've already sent them to
Okay,
your
site
center. It's
will-
slow.
modifiers. So yeah, it just lets him. It succeeds. It doesn't get any extra options.
Phenomenal. I duct taped the scope to Daisy. This is for this is for the amplifying chamber.
Damn. I would argue that you can get it fully kitted out, Geo, with a Triumph and 4 advantages.
Well, with a reactive.
Okay, never mind.
Huh?
You can choose. You can increase your damage, that's totally fine, but I'm limiting you to 2 of blast plus 1. Because fuck.
Lame. Lame.
I don't want a blast 9 cannon.
Does it already have blast?
But that's what the amplifying chamber does.
No, that's what the amplifying chamber does.
No. Like does
Does Daisy have blast on her own? No.
Geo's gun already have blast?
No, it does not.
No, but the amplifying chamber gives it blast.
Oh, I see. Grant blast 4. Add 1 set by dice mechanics check.
Yeah,
Maintain
I don't
repair.
want something that has blast 9 right off the bat.
I mean,
I
I'll be
am,
more than
like,
happy
flat
taking
to
more
0.
damage.
I don't think you get a vote on this, Grat.
I'll be in my broom closet.
Folds self up, tucks inside closet.
It's the best way to meditate.
With my knees to my face.
Actually,
I
what,
can feel the
what
blood
was the
flow
dice
in all
roll?
parts of my body if they all touch.
Cedric.
Ew.
Cedric. Oh no, that's not an option.
And
Oh
then
well.
this will be for the
Is nobody
reactive
hearing me?
plating.
This is not coming.
Easy.
Oh my goodness! This whole time, and they
And you
have
can
not been
reduce
able to hear
that
me. This is
encumbrance
fucking
by,
hilarious.
I believe 1. 'cause
All
it's
the
per
way.
advantage.
It's per advantage, so so the encumbrance.
There we
I
go.
think you have to spend
Jesus.
2 advantages to get the mod option, unless I'm wrong. Let me double check on GM Holocron.
Please do.
Oh shit, each additional mod installed in an attachment beyond... Oh. Okay, so we were It looks like what we were doing was just using the mod options, not actually attaching them. But you know what? We did it. We did as close as we were gonna get. So yeah, we'll spend those advantages, and it looks like Geo, you're gonna be able to reduce your encumbrance for that by it should be by 3.
Now it's
Logan was
now
right.
now it's almost impossible not to carry it. The thing is lighter than a
Yeah.
blaster rifle.
So
Mhm.
essentially, as when I finish up with the armor and I give it to you, it looks very. It looks like nothing has changed. It just looks shinier.
Looks like, and when you pick it up, you realize it's lighter. It's laminar plating instead of steel, so it's just as resilient, but way lighter. So your punches are going to carry just as much weight, but you're not going to have the same physical restrictions placed on you.
Fair enough.
Put this on. Put this on, and tell me how it feels.
I put Daisy on. Oh wait, did they do the reactive plating?
Yes, all
Oh
of it.
yeah, no. I succeeded in all of it. The reactive plating that's what was reducing the encumbrance. Geo was
Okay,
the armor.
not my gun. Got it. The EVA
Um,
suit doesn't really have much encumbrance,
no.
so
Well, the reactive plating added encumbrance 4 to it.
yes, it did. That's why it's reactive.
But
But it's reduced by 3 because I modded the shit out of it.
Bringing the encumbrance level to 4.
The, encum- the encumbrance level is 1.
Well, the EVA suit weighed 3.
and you still have
yes. Okay, so yeah.
plus
So yeah,
1
4.
from the reactive plating. So it's not as bulky as it could be, but it's definitely slimmer. All right.
Yeah, so the scope is on. You have blast 2 on the amplifying chamber. Plus 1 damage to the amplifying chamber. You are kitted out.
I put the armor on, and I go, so this is reactive armor. You want to go test it out, Ned?
If you would like.
I get Zeta on the comms. Hey, Zeta.
Yep.
You still up for trying out that your new lightsaber?
Sure.
Okay.
I go to wherever.
It takes minutes, but I'm sure Odo and Ned can set up a quick sparring ring in the cargo hold.
Oh yeah.
Track would hear the announcement going out as well if you would like to join.
I'll watch.
Yeah. So Odo,
No, thank
Zeta,
you. Fighting makes me nauseous.
Have you ever seen a Tal's puke? It's not good.
All right.
sounds terrible.
I make sure that Daisy's put away because I'm not in the mood to get her scratched up. I kind of look at my armor a little bit, twist it just to make sure everything's feeling good. I'm like, all right, this is nice.
So how does this shit work?
Oh, you'll see. I hold my hands up in that "come at me, bro" kind of way.
Is
All
it
right,
going to hurt me?
take your best shot.
What did you ask?
Is it going to hurt me?
No, I promise you, it's not gonna hurt you.
Okay. Yeah, I just take like if I can, I just ignite one end of my lightsaber and just take a swing.
Both always. So think of it like, unless it's specifically modified to do that, you have an option of just igniting one side.
Okay, cool.
It would be very silly if it was always saber staff all the time.
Well, it's kind of my fault, but you know. Okay. What will be my difficulty be?
How
hard is it to attack you, Odo?
I don't think I have any. Let me double check here.
You're an engaged range. I think it'd be 2 purple and whatever your defense is.
Yeah, it's 2 purple, but I don't think I have any Yeah, I don't have any way of like reducing damage or like making it harder to hit me. So it is literally it. All of this is going to take place after I get hit. So
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Technically, that hits.
with what no, like there's no damage. There's no.
A triumph counts as a success and an advantage.
Okay, I mean she does 1 point of damage.
I mean, I'm not trying to hurt you.
I guarantee you're not going to.
So it's
I
still her
mean-
lightsaber. It gets a success and advantage. It's base damage +1.
Base damage is
And
7.
also, we're going to remember, Zeta's lightsaber does not have a stun mode.
That's fine.
Mhm.
So this is going to get real fun.
He touched the flames on his motorcycle. He's fine. He's tough.
Yeah. Gio, would you like to describe what happens, or would you like me to?
So I don't know how goofy we want to be with this, but as soon as the lightsaber touches, the sound of a small, almost reactive explosion, almost like a small balloon, goes off and pushes both the lightsaber back as well as myself. And then the balloon starts to deflate as my armor returns to normal.
What the fuck?
What happened in game is that my reactive plating activated after getting struck and immediately gave me 10 soak.
Nice.
It is immediately broken upon being hit and must now be repaired.
What?
Oh, good.
Odo can now tank a lightsaber once.
It is
Honest
effectively like an airbag.
Pretty much.
question.
Yes.
What about thunder?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What about Sunder?
Doesn't thunder go through soak or something like that?
Breach.
Breach.
goes through soak.
Specifically,
Sunder is the thing you have to activate.
specifically,
Gotcha. I do
breach
have
goes.
Breach 1.
Yeah, breach goes through approximately 10 soak. I have 5 soak on top of my armor, so I now have 15 soak. And if you still somehow manage to do that, I'll activate my resilience, giving me 18 soak.
Yeah. So, Odo can tank one lightsaber hit.
For 1 round, which is honestly all I'll probably ever need.
Yeah.
Pretty good for a non-Jedi.
Pretty good. Considering he can't parry or dodge or avoid, he just takes the shit.
Exactly.
Just
Like I
eats
said,
that
18 soak is insane.
True.
Unfortunately, it's
Zeta-
only for 1 round, but baby, that's all you need.
After that, I immediately go back to my puny self, but that first shot's a doozy.
Yeah.
You can fun metagaming correction. You can tank a hit from Zeta's lightsaber, not from mine.
That's true. You have 2 breach, don't you?
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that.
My lightsaber can cut through a ship.
You could probably tank my lightsaber.
Crap's lightsaber does 70 damage.
Is God tier somehow.
Oh, there's something
slices through
special about
space time.
Craft's lightsaber.
Slices
The
through
one
space time.
wire makes it unstable, therefore it does either a 1,000 damage or 1.
It does
So-
1,000 damage or it kills the user.
Cedric,
Yeah,
because
it's just very unstable.
because this was more narrative and not necessarily like actual combat, do we still have to repair the armor, or can we skip that for
You
this
have
one?
you have enough time to repair it, but I'm not going to make you spend resources on it
Okay.
because
The
Ned knows
repairing-
exactly what he's doing.
Exactly. Just for bookkeeping purposes, I am going to subtract 300 credits, 1 for each mob that I attach to Odo's
Absolutely.
stuff.
Could I have somebody roll a d100.
I've rolled a lot of dice.
I can do a D100.
Well,
Can't help that.
No, no, you can't. Okay, so as you guys are approaching Adelon, alarms start blaring over the ship, and you spontaneously drop out of hyperspace.
Wait, are we landing?
No.
Well, we're coming out of hyperspace though, right? At the planet? Okay.
No.
There was one we're not. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Nope.
Okay, because
Remember
okay,
how
'cause
this was a crazy route?
all good, all good. I just wanted to have a conversation before we get to the planet. But
Don't worry,
if something
you have
else is
time.
happening, yeah, okay. If something else is happening, then I will shut up. Never mind.
You are in the middle of a
sprint.
fucking asteroid storm.
That's lovely. I sprint to the cockpit.
I head to
Yep.
the. I head
Someone
to the.
fly the ship.
I head to the gunnery
Odo?
position.
Yeah. Start shooting shit.
Yep.
Other people do things. Y'all
I
need to make
book
sure
it.
it survives.
I book it to the engine room.
Roll initiative, everybody.
That's where I'm needed, is the engine room. Is this cool or vigilance?
You guys did not know this was happening. Cool.
Okay.
I should have upgraded that.
Odo does not know how to do cool.
Technically it's the other way around, but if you want us to roll cool, then I will roll cool. Because cool is if you know it's coming. Vigilance
Apologize, I
is
thought it was the other way around.
How do
Thought it
you
was
do
more like
initiative again?
you roll
You roll.
you roll vigilance.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Can I roll
Can-
vigilance
Thank you.
instead?
Well, apparently we are rolling vigilance. We need to delete
said
one of those
cool,
spots.
so-
Oh, I can do cool instead.
I said
Much
cool. I'm gonna stand by my mistake.
You know what? Fuck
Okay,
it.
I'm doing-
I already
I'm doing the
rolled.
second one.
I don't mind.
I'm doing
Okay.
vigilance.
So.
What? How cool are the asteroids, Cedric? How vigilant are the asteroids?
We have 5 PC slots.
Krat rolled twice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. You're fine.
I didn't realize we could use cool.
That's a how cool are the asteroids, Cedric?
They are 1 green. They got 1 advantage. So all of you guys get to react before I take any asteroid actions.
Fair enough.
So what are you guys going to be doing?
I'ma shoot shit.
Right? Who would like to go? I guess we'll go. Who would like to go first?
I mean, you know I'm doing battle meditation, so
That needs to go first.
Okay, battle meditation.
that's force dice, right?
That is correct.
Well, here we go.
All right, so that's two light side points. You can activate the power, and I believe you can. Since you got it activated, do you need 2 to extend the range?
Yes, I do. So I am going to just do the base ability, but for range of the entire ship.
You get an automatic
Beautiful.
light side, right?
I do
Automatic-
get an automatic light side.
Yep,
So
you get
that's
3.
three.
We're correct.
Okay.
And you're bookkeeping.
Number of targets. Well, that's just. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's just
everybody.
yeah, it's just everyone. Still just the base. Just the
Okay.
base ability though. So everyone just gets 1 automatic success.
Great, especially on something like this. All right. So that is our battle meditation. Who'd like to go next? Let's move forward.
Honestly, I think it needs to be whoever's flying, and then I can either I need to go after the person flying, or I need to go dead last.
I'm going dead last so that I can make any repairs if I need to.
Well-
I would be flying.
The thing is, we're not going to get
Okay.
hit until the next round.
Well, then I'll do something else, Geo, but I'm going last.
You Ned could also boost shields on his turn, but I'm gonna need the pilot. So let's go to Starship Combat. See what we can do. All right. So your maneuvers that you can do, Jules, are you can accelerate or decelerate. Because you came out of hyperspace, you were quote unquote at a dead stop, 0 speed. So I would use a maneuver to go faster. And
Yeah.
then you may also take another maneuver if you want to do evasive action, which upgrades the difficulty to hit you.
That sounds like a good plan.
And then actions, you can boost your shields. You could gain advantage. You could plot a course, which is an astrogation check. Most of these are against things or against other ships. You're going against things, so it doesn't have sensors. It doesn't have computers you could jam. I would just gain advantage to try to ignore evasive action penalties. But I would suggest dodging.
Okay. Do I need to roll or anything?
No. So to increase your speed is just a maneuver, which you get one free. And that'll, because you're at speed 1, you'll only be able to take that maneuver. When you get to higher speeds, you'll be able to take more maneuvers. Right now, you could spend strain to do another maneuver, and then you'll get to take an action. You could also do a fire discipline check, which is a leadership or discipline check against 3 purple, and it'll give Odo a blue to his fire. It is up to you.
Good, but I can try that.
Okay, you can absolutely try. It's just a free blue if you succeed.
Yeah, sure. You said it was leadership or discipline?
Leadership or discipline against 3 purple.
You could also just punch it.
Crashing?
Yeah, punch it is an option.
It's giving me a gateway failure.
That's
Hold on.
weird.
Yeah.
Reload
Just refresh the
and
page.
yeah, refresh.
Okay. What is punch it?
You go immediately to maximum speed, and the system suffers strain equal to how many points it took, like it got to get there.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is your max speed is the best question.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Do you not have the stats for the starship?
Nope.
Oh, let me look them up. We might have to spoof this because I don't know if there are stats for that ship. Excess stock freighter, right?
The
There
ship
are not.
in question is the excess stock light freighter.
All right. You're fine. Raiders and miners. Let's use. I'm trying to think of a nice, an equivalent, freighter.
The YT 1000, if you can find that.
YT 1000. I'll see if I can. Closest I can get. Yeah, YT 1000 is right here. Okay, so its speed is 3, so you could take 3 strain and immediately be going speed 3.
That's so fucking fast.
That is pretty damn fast, but yeah, you just go.
I've never gone 3 speed in my life.
So, if you were going speed 1, it would take you 5 rounds to exit. Now that you are at speed 3, it's going to take you 2.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay. Your ship is going to take 3 strain. It can take, for applicable knowledge, do I have a... No, I had a slot open for this. Yeah, it can take 14.
Okay.
So it's
Easy.
good idea. Yeah. All right, so that's easy enough. That is a maneuver, so you can still take an action if you want to do that check.
Okay. And what else can I do now that I'm at 3 speed?
You used your maneuver to get to 3 speed. Next round, you'll get 2 maneuvers.
Okay. All right.
Unless you
yeah,
want to
I'll do
spend
that.
personal strain to get another one.
No, I'm okay. I'll do that check. Well,
Okay. So, what can I do with 4 threats? What can I do with 4 threats? As you do that check, 4 threats. I am going to make it a little easier for the asteroids to hit you because you are going straight through them. So they're going to get a downgraded difficulty to hit the ship. Geo, that is going to be your turn, or whoever is going next.
Go straight.
I'll go next.
That seems good.
I am going to. I got a blue and a success, correct?
You have a free success, and you do not get a blue from Zeta.
Sorry, I was barely paying attention because I heard something about me getting an extra blue, but don't worry about that.
No, that was if you succeeded
Yeah,
the
I
check.
didn't.
She did not succeed.
Okay, not a problem. I am still going to aim twice.
Okay, take your 2 strain to do so.
What is my difficulty to shoot asteroids?
To shoot asteroids, you are going a little faster, so it is going to be 2 purple. Yep. You get 4 out of a swarm of asteroids, destroying. I mean, they're not small things, and they are moving pretty fast, so it's impressive you hit them. They're still a lot.
Fair enough. I just hope that helps. However,
it will.
Okay.
So it will give some blacks for them to hit you because there are now gaps in where you could weave.
Sounds good. I am gonna go check on.
An automatic success.
I'm sorry?
Should I have gotten a success from Krat?
Yes, you should have gotten a success. So yeah, Geo could have rolled with 1 blue. It's okay. We'll add
I can
1
do this
blue
really
to
easy.
Geo's
That didn't
roll.
matter anyway. All right, I gotta go check on Mom. But I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I am sorry. We keep forgetting about the automatic success from Krat. I am dependent on you guys more than me to remember that, so I apologize.
I was dying for a minute there, so you know.
All right,
No
so
worries.
Zeta's not getting any black from the asteroid storm, so I'm just gonna go ahead and boost the shields,
Mm-hmm.
which should be a mechanics check if I'm not mistaken.
I'm looking. I think you are correct. Yes, it is a mechanics check against 3 purple.
And what all does that give us?
What you rolled already?
No. Like what does boosting the shields get us?
So for let me double check. For each success, it will give it. You gain a strain, but you add +1 to your defense on each defensive zone for 1 turn. So your front and rear will be better protected. Currently, your ship is supposed to have, if I remember correctly, you have 1 shield for each, which will be another black. So you're going to be rolling against the asteroids with 6 black if you succeed.
Or the asteroids rolling against us with 6 black.
That's correct. I apologize if I misspoke.
Eh.
All right, so you're going to be rolling with 6 blacks.
So that is 1 strain. I want to use the 1 advantage to. Actually, no, because the system also took strain, didn't it? So I'm going to heal the ship with as much strain as I possibly can.
So you can heal
Because
2.
this-
Currently, the ship is, if it takes another strain because of that, the ship is at 2 system strain.
Okay, excellent. That's my turn.
Okay. Now it is the asteroid's turn. Oh boy. So you are going to get swarmed by asteroids. Unfortunately, they are proficient in bludgeoning.
Of course they are.
Your difficulty is you went to speed 3, so it's 3 to hit you because you are going fast.
Jesus
going to
Christ,
get-
we're going 3 speed.
Yeah, 2 blue
You need to
because
calm
there's a
down.
lot of. However, they get 6 blacks because of shields and because of other maneuvers taken. All right.
God damn.
Yeah, you guys are still going to take all up 5 damage out of 20. 5 damage out of 20. So you cannot stand much more of those hits, but you only have one more round before. If you keep up the speed, you have one more round, and then you're free of the asteroid shield storm. So that is the end of that round.
Okay. Would I go next to know?
So
Pratt drops to the back.
if
Yeah,
that's what
I'm
you want
I'm
to
gonna
do,
I'm gonna drop to the back for sure.
okay. Because yeah, it goes until Krat's next turn. You guys will get your automatic successes.
Okay. So I guess I would go next then.
Cool. So you want to continue piloting?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to get 2 maneuvers because you're at speed 3.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So it's the amount of maneuvers to move between range bands. That's what it was. You still only get 1 maneuver. I apologize. But you can take the evasive action maneuver, or you can angle the deflective screens. What would you like to do?
What does the evasive action do?
Okay, so that's going to upgrade the chance to hit you. They're going to get another purple. And then for your action,
Yeah, I'll do
you
that.
can also boost shields. You can gain advantage, or you can use the fire discipline check again. What would you like to do?
I'm not gonna do discipline again because I don't need to give us any more threats.
Mhm.
I'm back.
I mean,
Welcome back. I'll do. Well, I'll boost the shields.
okay. So go ahead and make a mechanics check against 3 purple.
Oh, fuck. Maybe I won't. Hold on. No, that's a bad idea.
Okay.
Is there anything
you
I can
can
do that's
always
just
try
a
the
piloting check?
Sudden realizations.
you can take the gain advantage maneuver since you're not changing speed. You will make it against 2 purple.
Okay, what check was that against 2 purple?
It's a piloting check.
Okay,
Piloting
space.
piloting space against 2 purple.
I can do that. There we go.
Absolutely. So it's going to cost you personally 2 strain, but
Okay.
you are going to make it even harder to hit, and Odo is not going to suffer black from you taking the evasive maneuvers action.
Cool.
Good check. Who's going to go next?
I think it would be Odo.
If nobody else is stepping up, I'll shoot shit.
Okay. Feel
We're
free
back
to shoot
number
shit.
2 in the rotation, so.
Yes. So keep in mind you're getting an extra success off of this.
Oh shit, yeah.
So
Did I get anything from an extra success?
no, unfortunately, it's one of those like it works or it doesn't.
That's fine.
So
I just didn't want to miss it again.
no, I get you. So Odo, go ahead and take your shot. Same difficulty as last time. Okay,
Oh.
pretty much the same roll. So you take out another 4. That's another 4 black on their roll. Ned, I believe you are next.
Is Krat waiting till the end?
Yeah.
Yes, so that way everyone gets their battle meditation.
Okay. I mean, how are we looking? What's the current situation? Because are we just flying through the asteroid field?
Yes, you have. This is the last round. If you make it through this round, which I imagine you will be through the asteroid field after this, and you can resume your hyperspace jump.
God, the manual repair check is an athletics check? Shit.
I mean, you're actively leaping across a ship to fix something.
I guess. Um,
I guess I'm the repair guy.
yeah, honestly. Thought it was gonna be
And you
me.
can only do that once per encounter.
It's true.
I can just use the force. It's fine.
Let's see. Um, yeah, I guess we'll just boost the shields again.
Go ahead and roll for that. Mechanics check.
What's the difficulty?
3 purple. Alrighty. So
That
go
do
ahead
it
and take
for
a
ya?
straight. What would you like to spend your triumph on?
Um, hmm. Let's
Giving
see.
Krat a friendly hug.
I'll give Krat a kiss on the mouth.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Um,
That's a 3 triumph achievement.
three triumph difficulty. Sorry.
The first time
Um,
anyone rolls a 3 triumphs, I will remember that.
And you get to kiss Krat.
with the triumph. Well, I guess what are my limitations for the triumph?
You could perform a free pilot only maneuver. You could ignore penalizing terrain or stellar phenomena until end of turn, which I think would be a good one.
I'm gonna do that one. Let's
Yes,
do that one.
ignore asteroids. Which means, honestly, the asteroids aren't going to get a check, so you're just going to be out of the fucking thing.
Can I say, because it is my triumph flavor-wise, I want to like connect directly into the shield interface and like strengthen it precisely when an asteroid's about to hit, like that exact location, and just do that until we are out of the asteroid field.
Absolutely.
Now, I know that we're out of the asteroid field, basically. But I just remembered that I forgot to roll for Krat's battle meditation saying. So
Oh,
may
well,
I
you
roll for
have-
that? Yeah, okay.
You met.
Gotta do that.
Oh my
You
God,
absolutely-
that's his classic. He leans you know, as he's talking to everybody, he says, "Within yourself, you may find joy." He speaks that out to the whole ship. It worked so well last time he said it. He figured he'd try it again,
Of course.
and now it's further cementing that it did work well.
This time, Black Betty starts playing in my head.
Bam, a lamb.
Whoa, Black Betty, blam, blam.
Bam, a lamb.
Oh, goddamn.
You motherfuckers laughing makes me cough.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Brad did that. You guys are out of initiative. And that. Hooray! You guys survived the asteroid puzzle.
We solved the asteroid puzzle.
Yes, you did.
The
Which
solution was don't get hit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. My solution was shooting.
your solution to not getting hit was to hit things.
Yes, hit him first.
It's a very good solution.
That's the best
American
solution.
mentality.
Uh-huh.
How do we solve the problem of shooting? Shoot them first. Fuck.
Give the kids the guns.
They can defend themselves, you see.
That's all right. All right. So that puts you back on your course. Pratt, there is a conversation you wanted to have. Now would probably be a good time before we roll our next encounter check.
Oh god.
Well, that heavily depends because Krat is going to wait until the last possible moment we are near the planet to have this conversation. So is this an encounter with us arriving, or is this an encounter midway?
It depends on what you roll.
What I roll for what? What am I rolling?
The encounter check. Would you like to roll a D100?
Oh,
Sure,
I rolled
I'll
the.
roll that.
Oh shit, that was me.
Oh wait, did you already roll it? You got it.
No. I was talking about the 15 I rolled previously. That was me.
Oh, okay.
I did not realize
here,
that.
Let's see. Well, need to reload the page. Hold on.
This damn dice system.
It's
All
good at a lot of things,
It
and
is-
it sucks at some others.
It is
Yeah.
pinned, so I can go right back to it.
More
No
good than
worries.
what we appreciate about it.
Log in. Yup. Okay, this is a D100. I can do that. Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
You need to roll
know.
the D10.
Oh,
You need to roll a d10.
yep. Sorry, I thought the percentage die did both of them. My
Okay.
bad.
40.
There you go.
That does change things.
Wouldn't that be 30?
It's 40.
In
Interesting.
yeah, all right.
Well, I guess technically it would be 30 if we wanted to go 0 to 99.
That's what I'm doing, like physical dice. But hey, dude,
Hey, it's a
whichever
10. Go
sounds
with
more
10.
entertaining. Let's do 30 or 40.
Whichever one pleases the DM more.
Yeah, basically.
30 was hijacked by pirates, and I think
We're
you'll
going
like
with
40
10.
a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I don't like that first one. I don't like the 30. Let's say
want
it's 40.
pirates. I want pirates.
Unless Krat gets a cool hat, I don't want to do the pirates.
I will get you a
Me?
cool hat.
Thank
That
you.
is up to you guys, because 40 is you guys come out of hyperspace and you can't see stars.
Ah, God, they're
a
both so
grand-
upsetting.
I
This is gonna
Expanse of
cause
time.
Krat conflict regardless of what we do.
I-
This
I-
is problematic.
I want it to be known to everybody that our options is either existential dread or space pirates.
Would everyone like to roll a perception check?
Damn it.
Yeah.
I wanted pirates.
Perception check.
What's the difficulty?
There is no difficulty.
All right.
That always ends well.
What in the fuck was that?
Wow.
Zeta, you are looking at your instruments and thus do not notice that for some reason there is a span of time where it's not black, it's blue. And then it's black again. And it's moving
not
very slowly. Remember how I said giant space whales?
Please tell me we didn't get eaten by space whales.
No, that's its eye.
Oh, good.
It is big enough that you cannot see the rest of the galaxy because its pupil is that damn big.
I
All your
turn.
sensors are telling you is something big in front.
I turn very quickly.
Guys, I heard about this crazy
well.
plane. It's called the Holdo maneuver.
We all see the. I'm assuming Krat sees the whales.
Krat sees the blink of the whale. If you would like to roll a harder perception check, you can see more of the whale.
I don't want to see anything, Cedric. I want to roll a force roll to say hello to one thing as far out as I can, because I don't know how far away this space whale is. I want to say hi.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Its brain is the size of a
You
city.
can absolutely say hello.
Is it a force roll?
It is a force roll. Because that's how you talk.
Yes. There you go.
This thing's got the
You
brain the
reach-
size of Montana.
And touch this thing's brain.
Yeah, the first alive thing outside of the people on this ship. That's what I want to talk to, because that's what he would do.
This motherfucker gonna get us killed.
Pratt, you are immediately going to take 3 strain from touching a mind that doesn't comprehend language.
That's fine.
And
Brett doesn't understand the universe, but apparently he's one with it, so it's fine.
yeah. So instead of language, what you're going to get are pictures and impressions. You're going to feel cold, not unpleasant, but just the cold of space. Small bits of emptiness, punctuated by bits of brilliant blue as this whale traverses hyperspace, trying to find more of its kind. So you get loneliness, cold, and I'm not entirely sure what wanderlust would be the best way to put it.
Okay. I have a. What's real fun about Krat is that Thomas has so many ideas and thoughts for this, and like, oh my god, like, what do they want? What do they? But Krat, because this is the same level of complicated to him, is the fact that Coruscant even exists. So he's just like, sick. That's it.
Oh god.
Like he's just walking around Coruscant thinking it's a miracle that all these people came together to build a big city, and that's a miracle to him. So then he's in the same, like, he's already peaked, At this point, the universe just provides more reasons to like be in awe,
This thing is
Just
ready.
like, sick.
This thing is writing poetry about how lonely it is in the dark void, and is trying to express emotions that very few things can comprehend. And Krat is basically like, cool.
Dick.
Yeah. Fuck.
Cool.
Nick at a
Cool.
fucking slam poetry contest. Just cool, man.
Cool, dude.
Snap
Cool.
fingers.
Yes. What would everyone else like to do now that you?
I'd be piloting
whale?
Now
away
that the
from it
poet is
very
done. Cool.
Yes, you can make a piloting check.
What difficulty?
It's gonna be 2 red.
Oh god.
What happens if we despair? Do we piss it the fuck off?
Don't even
I'll
put that out
let you
there.
know if that happens.
Oh.
Do not speak that into existence.
Jesus Christ. Look at that. Look at that.
Why did
Angry.
it?
Are you
Why
are
did
you
I
sure?
hate
Are you
me?
sure you're a pilot?
No, bullshit. She is trying her hardest. This thing is just massive. Look at these
that is
4
actually the
failures.
problem. You do turn, and you try very hard to just skim along what you think is the surface of this whale, because it starts to turn different colors. You see the yellow of an iris, and then what you assume to be like iridescent colored skin, but it's way too close, and oh my god, and poof, your ship is going to take some damage. Not much. Just about 2 damage from bouncing off the whale, and you're going to suffer 1 strain. So your ship is now at 7 wound and at 3 system strain as your ship is bounced off of a living creature,
Oh god.
and you're back on course. Like, you're not, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You are still understanding that this thing is going somewhere, and you are not on its eye anymore. That's the 2 advantages I'm going to give you. Are you don't careen off into space. You're still holding a course. You just got a ways to go before you're away from said whale. What would everyone else like?
Odo is going to make sure that his
So-
EVA suit is airtight, and
Uh-huh.
he's gonna double make sure that he's got enough oxygen, just in case something goes wrong here.
I guess that would be a survival check, but I don't
Well-
even know if you need to make that. You
No, I'm
just-
just double checking to make sure my suit's EVA ability, or my environmental suit is ready.
I'm not even going to require a roll for that. Ned, is there anything you'd like to do?
Ned is Ned is this whole journey. Ned is perfecting his work. He's making his hive. That's why I've kind of been quiet. Like unless Ned is called upon, he is in his little hive area doing his thing.
Fair enough. You're
We're
just
just gonna
see
change
giant
that
space
part
whale
of the
and
map.
like irrelevant.
We're just gonna change that part in the map to Ned's room.
Yeah, basically that is Ned's space. That's his little place. Get out of it.
I would like as soon as we get this whole asteroid problem solved, and as soon as we get, or no, we already did, but as soon as we get the whole whale problem solved, as soon as we get a moment, I do want Krat to go into Ned's workshop as he's working, because I do want a description of this workshop.
So the sensors are telling you you're not done with the whale yet.
That's
But it's
fine.
difficult to tell when you're gonna be done because it's big. Like the asteroid field was a couple kilometers wide. This is not just a couple kilometers.
It's a big whale.
Fun.
Very big whale. So you have the option of changing direction to try and find another way around it, or keep going in the direction you are going and see where that takes you.
I feel like I should just keep going.
Okay, make another piloting check. Same difficulty.
God.
This time I'm going to add a blue
Oh,
because you suffered for last time and bounced off of it. So you know you're close. You know better than to try and keep a simple straight course.
I'm just pulling back as hard as I can.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Oh, good.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Basically.
Use a destiny point.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility.
We got 4 of them. Use one to get through it.
I agree.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna do that.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Don't just
arguably
crash
this is
into this whale.
Okay, so with 4 advantages and 1 success, you are starting to see the end. About 3 kilometers back, you've traveled about 20. You see a fluke from this gigantic space whale, and you realize the thing is one of the longest life forms you've ever seen, but it is peaceful, and you guys are able to shove off. It's going to take a little while, but as it passes, you get the sense of scale of just how large this thing is. And you see multiple flippers just casually moving up and down through the ether. Smaller eyes as you pass, dotting other parts. A large, toothless maw opening and closing, exhaling gas in a colored swirl as you move beyond it. And
Sick.
as you return to hyperspace, Pratt walks into Ned's room.
Odo.
Yeah, Krat would knock first.
Odo definitely takes a drink of something.
So does Zeta. Fuck.
Space whales,
Yeah,
man.
As soon as the space whale goes out of view, like the second the space whale is gone, Krat just like walks away from the cockpit or the window or wherever he was looking out, and then goes to Ned's room. So if he was with Odo and Zeta, they would see this as well. Krat just gets up and leaves.
Yeah, Ned's door opens.
Ned, what's going on in there? If you're making it your nest, you got me intrigued. Or whatever the hell you said, your hive? Like, I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on in there. Krat has his own reasons for coming here, but I need to know.
So, Krat's non-mechanical mind would not quite understand what is happening in here.
Not at all.
But essentially, The back to tank is set up. My workbench is set up. There is a full blown, what looks to be like a sniper rifle on my workbench. My lightsaber is just on a seat. My knapsack is open in a corner somewhere. And Ned is currently like on the ground, crawling around like a bug, picking stuff up and putting them in place. And I turn and I go, yes.
It looks like you're settling in well.
I stand up very like mantis like and go, yes, this is a good space. Nice and blank.
Krat takes a very slow pan across the entire room, then looks at Ned and lifts up a finger, very much like he's about to ask, like, what the hell is going on in here? And then he just goes, I saw a space whale.
It's nice.
I thought so too. And he leaves.
I like this
just wanted,
friendship.
he just wanted to share. It's just,
I saw.
you were the only one who missed it, you know? He wants you to know what happened.
Today I saw a balloon.
Yeah. Goodbye. That's
The
it.
rest
That's all I wanted.
Ned gets on the comm to Zeta and goes, "Did we in fact see a space whale, or is Krat going crazy?"
I'm sorry, what happened?
I'm asking if Krat did indeed see a space whale, or if he's going crazy.
Oh yeah, that was a space whale. It was very, 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 very big.
Is that what all that ruckus was?
Yeah,
Ah, is it a problem?
I think we got around it.
Wonderful. Goodbye. Ends the call.
giant space whale occurs. Ned, that's nice.
Wow, crazy. Anyway, back to making my nest.
Yes. So the
Back to
rest
shitting
of
in the
trip-
corners.
the rest of the trip to Atalon is uneventful. You guys rolled 2 threats, which means just 2 rolls on the galactic encounter table that is my brain. So you circle the planet. The planet is beautiful from space. You see lots of iridescent pinks and blues, the colors of coral in a myriad across the surface. Very different from most planets, as they're kind of just like a monotone green or blue, or in the case of Coruscant, twinkling lights. This looks very almost like a soap bubble in space. And as you approach, the colors become even more apparent, shifting into greens and purples. Almost a kaleidoscope assaults your senses before you see, as you get closer, underneath the wall of coral that kind of creates a sunlight barrier, a desert underneath. Small things skittering around on sand. And the approach on planet is uncontested. Avalon is not an inhabited planet that you know of. Even in Sith space, it doesn't have a presence large enough to maintain any form of Sith fleet. So you did well bypassing the Sith fleet here. It's not really a arm of the galaxy they're concerned with. It's the outer rim. Few people venture there unless they're colonists, and no one's going to colonize this planet right now. But Krat, there is a very large quest marker over to your, what you assume to be an easterly direction. You don't really know where the poles are in this planet, but it's pulling you in what seems east.
Gotcha.
Pratt wanted to talk to us before we landed on the planet, right?
That is true. I just wanted to talk to Odo about something.
Okay.
Yes. So on your approach, which the approach would take about 30 minutes, so there would still be time.
And I do think that this would be like as last minute as possible. So like this is as we're, Odo is probably getting ready. Like what does Odo do in the first 10 minutes before we are about to land on a planet?
I am making sure that my motorcycle is ready for a fucking airdrop. Because if it's an
Okay.
uninhabited planet, the best thing that we can do to scout the area is to have speed.
Yes. Okay. So while you're mid fixing your speeder, Krat approaches you and goes, "Excuse me." Sorry, he just stands in front of you and holds up two fingers.
Odo holds up two fingers back.
Hello. I hope I'm not bothering you. I just had a quick question, if that's all right.
What is it, Great White?
Earlier, that Twi'lek on your comms, was that your mother?
Odo had a wrench in his hand. And the minute
Yeah.
that he says, the Twi'lek, was that your mother? He drops the wrench. Just because of the implication more than anything else.
I mean no disrespect. I just heard you say I love you, so I'm just curious.
You misheard.
Oh, my bad then. Forget it happened.
Sounds good.
And he walks away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. That's it.
I really want
Oh,
Theta
God.
to have heard that. And I would
Such a-
think nothing about it, but I'd be laughing my ass off around the corner.
Such a cute interaction.
You didn't really think I was just gonna bare my heart to you, did you?
No, God no. That's why I wanted to do it.
You misheard. Move on.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe you implicitly. Okay.
I trust you, my dear friend Ono.
We are good friends. I trust you. Later. See you on the mission in 5 minutes.
Alright.
Oh my god.
So, for those of you, I don't know how many of you guys have watched Rebels.
I have not.
So you are headed on the planet Adelon. You are headed into the coral fields. Krat's quest marker gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you crest a rise and see a massive coral spire. And Krat's quest marker is right above it. Only Krat can see it, however. So I'm assuming you're going to have to let Krat lead. The going is rough. It is breathable air, but it is pretty sandy desert. So the going will not be easy. However, you're not going to have to make any rolls for it. Just know that you're going to be a little tired when you get there. Odo might as well be enjoying himself on his large bike.
Well, I literally look at Krat and I go, which direction?
I point in the direction of the quest marker.
Would
Thanks.
we be flying to this point?
I don't think there's an area near Krat's quest marker that's big enough for the ship.
This is a large desert, you say?
Yes, but the desert is... The reason it is a desert is because it's underneath a coral bank, so to speak. Almost like
Okay.
it's blocking out any chance of there being coral life. So there's no... There are places of shade, but there are large coral outcroppings which make it harder for your ship to land.
Gotcha. We simply
Easy
attach a fan to a sled and traverse. Easy.
You could. You absolutely could. all told, it is still going to take from the ship to the quest marker about 2 hours pass before you are near where the quest marker is.
Question,
A
Cedric.
little faster for Odo because
I was about to
Odo's
say.
the only one on the.
Because I literally torpedo
Odo,
my ass
you-
down there.
I don't know if you actually. Do I make Odo roll because Odo doesn't have a guide?
You can. He pointed me in the right
mean-
direction. I just went that direction.
Yes. So, arguably, you may have found the Crystal Spire, but I don't know if you would know to stop. is the
Probably not.
problem. So, in that case, let's just make it a survival check. 3
Cool.
purple. Okay, so you do see the giant spire, and even though you want to keep going, I'm gonna say that it's the threat causes you a strain, and you do stop because you're like, I'm probably far enough ahead.
So I'm looking at the crystal now.
The coral spire is dull gray, unlike most of the other coral you've seen.
I get on the comms. Hey guys, I think I may have found it.
Well, we'll get there eventually.
Do I feel
It's
it's
gonna
near my
take-
quest marker?
If Odo sends his location, you see that it is in line with where your quest marker would be, but it's about you still have about 45 minutes of travel before you get there.
Before we get there, before Odo gets there.
Before you get.
Yeah, I'm already
Okay.
there.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
While I'm waiting for them, Cedric, I am going to go ahead and set up a perimeter. Just in case there's any bat fuck creatures around or something like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Easily establish a perimeter.
The bat fuck creatures of Adelon.
You never
yes,
know.
that fucker.
Ryloth bats could jump out of the sky. You never know, Javen.
Okay.
Do I have a difficulty?
After 45 minutes, establishing a perimeter. For this, I'm gonna say 2 purple and 2 black.
We using what skill? Vigilance?
Vigilance or warfare, whichever's higher for you.
Vigilance is fine. What was the difficulty again?
2 purple and 2 black.
I didn't
If you're
see
having
shit.
trouble kind of like establishing a secure perimeter because there's a lot of cloaked sight lines, given the coral spires around you, the largest one being the one you're standing in front of, but there are still blind corners and places that you feel like you could get ambushed, so you're a little antsy when the rest of the group arrives because you can't set a full perimeter.
I relay this information to the group, just, letting them know that it's not fully safe, but I did the best I could.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
No.
So, Krat, you are standing right next to your quest marker, which is appearing right over that spire of gray coral.
I will relay to everyone, it is right over that spire of gray coral. Or right on it, I should say.
I already knew that. Odo raises his hand like he already knew the answer.
Krat gives a
Teacher.
really, really wholesome thumbs up to you.
Odo feels special for half a minute.
So you guys have a spire of coral, which is apparently a vergance.
So this is the actual vergance?
That's what Krat's quest marker is telling you.
Cool. I begin to warm Daisy up.
Wait. This is the Vergence? Like the one we've been looking for.
That's what your quest marker is telling you.
Okay, I completely hold on. If this is the vergance that the council told us that like this is like what we were originally supposed to be searching, I misunderstood the situation. Krat would be losing his shit. Like he would be having weird like bug moments like Ned does, but like he doesn't normally do that, so it's upsetting. Like Krat is like twitching. Like he's so excited.
That sounds appropriate because I was just like, well, the quest marker is pointing at this thing.
Okay, I thought it was like the last planet to where it's like this thing will guide us to the virgins. I didn't realize this is like this is the thing. Okay, no. Krat is freaking out. Yes.
Things.
Okay, sorry, my misunderstanding. Krat's
Totally
losing
fine.
his mind.
Odo's warming up Daisy.
Do not shoot the virgins.
This thing hurt my girlfriend.
Virgins?
We don't know. Hold on. Krat's quiet for a second.
I didn't hear you.
I was just saying as Zeta, this is the virgins?
So okay, so where? Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. Where are we? Are we off of the ship, or are we standing in front of something?
You are off the ship.
We're still on
You
the
have
ship.
traveled for approximately 2 hours in an easterly direction across the desert, and you have stopped at a gray coral spire. Krat's quest marker is indicating that this gray coral spire is the Vergance.
Gotcha. And Odo's powering up his gun.
Yep.
Odo
This
is
thing's the
powering up
Vergance.
his-
I'ma kill it.
No, you are not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. This thing hurt my girlfriend.
When
I walk over to Odo, like, we don't know what we're dealing with yet. So let's just try to figure that out first. I understand. I don't blame you. Let's figure out what we're doing first. Okay?
You know I think of you as a partner, Zeta. When I tell you that this thing hurt someone special to me and I'm gonna make something hurt, you need to
not
understand what
stopping
that means.
I'm not stopping you. I promise. But we need to make sure it's not going to hurt anyone more if we destroy it.
I need you to understand. He powers down Daisy. I need you to understand that thing is dead. Beyond that, figure out whatever the hell you want.
That's fine. As long as it won't hurt her more.
And Odo is so furious right now.
I start walking around trying to figure out what the fuck this thing is.
Odo's sitting on a powder keg of TNT like, y'all better figure this out. I'm going to blow it up.
what is this game's equivalent of like an intelligence roll? Would it be an intellect thing?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to roll basically an intelligence check to see if Krat puts 2 and 2 together. That now that Odo has said his girlfriend out loud, if he puts 2 and 2 together, that's who he was talking about before.
Jesus Christ.
You fucked up a little bit there.
Well, no, like, I was just trying to get. I was just trying to get
put
Krat off
2
my
and 2
back.
together. I want to see.
All right, hey, do your thing, Krat.
because that will determine if he intervenes or not. Because if he puts 2 and 2 together, he's like, oh, okay, hold on. Be like, Odo, it'll be fine, you know. Or if he has no idea, he's just like, yep, to the virgins.
Right, so arguably, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Arguably, Krat, just roll your intellect dice. I know you only have 1, and if you get a success, put things together. If you get an advantage, you feel like Odo may have said something important.
Okay, and no difficulty, and this is just a green,
No
right?
difficulty at all. You have
Just a
8
green?
sides to get a success. Yep, just intellect.
Son of a bitch.
Hey!
Son of a bitch.
Krat,
Hey! Yeah.
he said girlfriend.
I've been cheating on you this whole time, Krat. I'm sorry.
Damn it! Damn it!
Wait, Hold for just a second. We'll get to that. Ned, you scan the rock with a bioscanner,
Mm-hmm.
and your bioscanner returns 5 biological elements. The party
Sorry, I
and
missed.
something else.
Wait, no, Cedric, I missed all of that. My alarm was going off. I missed all of that. What'd you say?
So you scan the rock with your bioscanner, and your bioscanner returns 5 life readings. The 4 party members and this coral spire.
Look at my I look at my hilt, look back at the rock, look at the hilt, and I walk up to the rock.
I walk along with, trying to see if I can see anything.
Zeta, would you like to make a simple perception check?
Okay.
This will be 2 purple.
And let me check here. Hold up.
Yes, and I would like to investigate this rock.
You may also make a perception check. Or if you would like a more detailed check, arguably since you know it's alive, I could argue for xenology or medicine, depending.
We're going. I would say that medicine is more biological. This might be biological, but I'm gonna go with xenology, even though it's lower, just because this is it's alive, so it's gotta be like an alien life form of some kind.
Yeah. So I would argue same difficulty, 2 purple.
All of my special abilities just remove blacks.
I'm sorry.
That's a fun sentence.
So Ned, you are unable to determine what form of life this is, but it is indeed alive. Zeta, coral doesn't breathe, and this is breathing.
Well, there's that.
It is at that point that the rock begins to shudder and the ground trembles beneath you, not as in an earthquake, but just the settling of something huge as the coral rock unfurls into this.
Yeah, there's that.
It takes no aggressive action. It looks at you with gray eyes, beard shaking, antlers twirling as it takes in the 4 of you silently.
Odo, we will find what happened to your girlfriend, although we are not entirely sure this is it. In fact, I would bet against it.
Odo is so goddamn pissed that this thing is alive.
I'm not saying don't shoot it. I'm saying don't shoot it yet.
That's all we're trying to say.
Odo's still sitting there going, "I'ma kill it." he's just sitting back. Nothing's warmed up, but he's just like, "I'ma kill it."
That is fine. Just not right now.
I'ma kill
Please. Okay.
It is regarding all of you silently. It has not engaged. It has not stopped moving its head back and forth to encompass all of you, but it does not actively take aggressive action, or it doesn't run away. It is just there.
Is anyone else gonna Is anyone else gonna speak up and say something? Because otherwise, Krat's just gonna walk very close to it.
I was gonna say if Zeta doesn't say anything, then Ned probably would, because he knows that Krat will just walk up to it.
yeah,
Ned would
yeah,
probably
okay.
get there first because I'm too focused on Odo.
Yeah, so
Odo's-
I guess I guess I kind of hold my scanner to it, confirm that it is the thing, And I look up and I go, "Greetings."
Greetings, Jedi. And other.
Oh, shit.
And other.
oh, oh shit!
You got put into other. Damn. Um. Yes. Hello. Might you be what is known as the Vergance?
I'm not a vergance. You and your light side, dark side mess call me this. I am the Bendu. I am the one in the middle.
Okay. Did you cause the galaxy-wide shortage? I'll call it.
Galaxy-wide power outage.
That's what it is. That's what it is to Ned.
That was not an outage. The power was diverted to make something. I did not make it.
Do you know who did?
A brother.
Please tell me Odo calms down half a step.
Motherfucker better get to the point.
You said a
The
brother?
fucker has a name.
I was waiting for you to say it. Yes.
I am the Bendu, and I do not take sides. But I do give information if only one of you was brave enough to ask thus far.
Yes, that is all well and good. Where do we go from here? We are looking for the Vergance.
You have found agents, the one your council was looking for.
So you are a virgin?
You would call me that. I am merely the Bendu.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, Bendu and Vergance are two different words. Are you the Vergance we are looking for or not?
Yes.
Well, then you have always been here. You are not new information.
The only person who hears the yes is Krat. Because he does not answer with spoken word. He just speaks directly into Krat's mind.
I think Krat would just take like one or two steps forward and just go, "Why are you the Vergance?"
I believe you are confused as what a vergance is.
That is
A
very
vergance
possible.
is a collection of force energy. I am a being of force energy. I am not the strongest. My order has passed. Now, my brother and his children are the most powerful.
I hear this.
No, I think this is a full telepathic comm between.
This is all in Odo's. This is all in Krat's head.
Yep.
Always the
You guys
fucking
can still
creatures.
ask questions. This is kind of like Thomas's dragon talk. where there was a private conversation going on, but you guys can still ask questions.
Okay, you said something about a brother?
I do have a brother.
And he's the one that caused the force to disappear.
To change, not disappear.
Okay, can you explain that?
There was one thing, and now there is another. That is change.
Theta just takes a deep breath.
This honestly sounds like we are going in circles. You said the outage was used to make something. Where can we find this thing?
Here, there, and everywhere.
I'm gonna kick a bindu.
Ned is waiting, not accepting that answer.
That's the only answer he's going to give you right now, unless you decide to ask a different question.
Where on the physical side may we find this, what we are looking for?
This place does not exist in the physical galaxy, but it exists alongside it. This part is being said out loud. Krat, if you have other questions, you can ask in Brainwave. You can type them to me, or I can answer them out loud to you here. It's up to you.
Does anyone have any immediate questions right now? Because if so, then I will message them to you. But if not, then I'll go.
Ned is looking for answers, and this man is not giving it. He's getting about it. He's starting to get a little bit annoyed.
Krat's in the same boat.
Odo
Absolutely.
is normally blue-skinned shark. You see a volcano ready to explode. Odo is so ready to just shoot this motherfucker. He doesn't care what happens next.
What you say? A vergance is a collection of force energy. Yes.
Yes, any living being has the potential to be a vergance if they collect enough force energy.
Then why am I not a vergance?
You have
If
not
you,
collected that much.
if you are a vergance, then why can I not be one?
Never said you could not be.
That is a fair point.
If you seek to further your connection in the Force, you also could be a vergance.
How may I deepen this connection?
Seek places strong in the Force. Meditate on your purpose. Accept that you are not all powerful.
Would this place right here be considered one of those places? Since
No.
you are here.
I am the thing that is the Force here. This planet is not strong in the Force.
I see.
Yes, I know WMD Geo is about to go off.
I see. Why did our council seek you?
They seek strength to win their war, but I want no part of their conflict.
I think so. This is the Vergence, Krat's idol for the past entire campaign, telling him that his council seeks war in a solution to their war above all else, and this is troubling. Krat wants to end the war, but this sounds like they want to, like, you know, end the war. They just want to use his power to just delete the other team, which is not cool. It's not sick. Like, it's not. So
It's not sick, bro.
it's not sick, bro. So, like, I think Krat is going to, like, have to think about. I'm done. After hearing that, and after hearing, like, the council wants to use him to win their war, like, Krat has a lot to think about, and it's going to take him a few days, probably.
Odo is so pissed. He looks at the creature. Who hurt Talius?
Mm-hmm. By the way, if Odo starts shooting, Krat wouldn't care.
I'm not shooting. I'm asking who hurt
Right.
Talius.
Right, and I just think, just for metagaming flavor, at this point, Krat is too, like, typically he would always try and stop you from shooting anything, but at this point he's just like, I don't even know, like, what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
More confusing with himself versus, like, how he feels about you shooting. Like, for once in his life, Krat is being self-centered.
Fair enough. I am
And-
asking the giant
Yeah.
creature who hurt my girlfriend.
As eyes lock on Odo, the one you seek cannot be found through normal means, but I can help you.
Then you better point me in the right direction.
My brother made it difficult to access his new plaything, but I think I can make a door.
Plaything?
Then make it.
Okay, I'm gonna make a roll.
Odo has been
Uh-oh.
very patient with this motherfucker.
Or Odo?
I need everyone to understand. The only reason that Odo's on this journey
What the
anymore.
fuck?
What? Ho! Whoa! Ho! Why?
Wait, what the hell just happened?
Whoa!
Fuck. Okay.
1,
droid is the
2,
vergance.
3, 4,
I
5,
guess.
6, 7, 8, 8, 16,
28, right?
like
That's
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
I guess we're
22.
I feel like Cedric just clicked the white dice until he felt it was enough.
I think so too.
And he landed
Hang
at
on.
24. Christ.
And you know what? It was basically even.
It was really close. I mean, you look at the point.
As-
You look at the point discrepancy.
As it should be for this character. As it should be.
as it really should be.
Hang on, I have to go quiet the dog. I will explain in just a second.
Yeah, take your time.
No problem.
Yeah, no worries. I feel like two things. I feel like with that, I feel like a being just made of the Force shouldn't even have to roll for anything. It just kind of happens. Because at that point, you're like a demigod, right?
Oh, very
Like,
much so.
So,
I mean,
yes, Javen is exactly right. However, there is a reason why I made the roll, and I didn't count the number of dice. I just went, this feels right, because I needed to see how many dark side and light side points I got. Because I needed to see which side won.
Fair enough.
So, I probably could have done it with a couple of dice, but I figured the more to let you know, hey, this thing big.
I honestly feel like I owe an apology to the group because I feel like this would have gone better if all four of us were Force sensitive. Just from the standpoint that we would all have an understanding of what's going on. Odo, the only reason that Odo's here anymore, the only reason that Odo's continuing this journey is because someone hurt Talius. and
Geo,
that's all he cares about.
Geo, I feel like you are grossly overestimating how force sensitive Ned is. I'm a part of the Jedi Order specifically because I can feel the Force a little bit, and I choose not to interact with that little bit of Force that I have.
I understand that, but you're still on this goal. The only reason Odo's still fucking here for any reason whatsoever is just because he wants to make whoever hurt his girlfriend suffer. That is the only reason he's here.
I guess.
Like that, like legitimately, that's the only reason Odo's here.
All right. So, you guys feel, and I hate to take control of your characters, but the sense is almost of dislocation. As if you are first in one place and then you're not in place. You're somewhere. When? As you look around, you feel nothing. Beneath you, there is a star field and two lines approximately 4 feet across. Then 6 inches out beyond that, another set of white lines. And they move off into the distance in one direction before they begin curving up. If you turn around, you see a similar quote-unquote road walking behind and then curling slightly to the left. You see roads interconnecting and weaving all above you as small doorways open up. Animals and symbols stand above and around these doorways. You hear whispers through this empty space. Welcome to the world between worlds.
Cedric, is this similar to Krat's meditation journey, or is this something completely new?
Oh, this is something entirely different.
Okay.
Does Krat's brain just short circuit at this point? Because this is a lot of new info for him.
This is a lot of info for everybody, including Ned, I think.
See, Javen, this is where I think that this is why I like Krat, right? Because Krat is a low intelligence character, yes, but the amount of info dumped on him at one time doesn't matter. He will process all of it. He will in his own time. But he, again, with the same logic of the space whales, he just accepts that things he doesn't understand happen to him a lot. And that's fine. And that's totally fine. And he's just along for the ride. Like, he's there. He's down.
All right.
So, like, yeah, he just approaches it with an optimism. So it's like, I don't get it, but I love it.
Please tell me.
You
how
understand
did
as you were looking
drop us?
around that the Bendu didn't come with you.
Fuck.
You are in a space that you don't recognize, with no guide that you can see, and no direction. All you see are paths and doorways, and it doesn't matter which one you go to, but you get the sense that each one takes you somewhere different.
We can all see each other, yes?
You can all see each other.
Where did the voice come from that said "Welcome to the world between worlds"? Or was that just you, Cedric?
That was the DM talking. That was giving you
Gotcha.
context for what you're seeing. Your characters have very little understanding of what this is.
And
Cedric,
go on.
Yeah.
from where Odo is standing, what path is directly in front of him?
So you are standing on a straight line. You, depending on which orientation you're facing, you can go to a path that curves slightly to the right, or a path that seems to impossibly curve upward at a 90-degree angle.
Whichever one Odo believes is straightforward, that's the path that Odo starts walking.
Straight towards the one that doesn't make logical sense. Understood.
Yep.
And bothers everyone's brain because Odo is walking, and all of a sudden Odo is walking 90 degrees from where gravity should be, and he isn't falling off, but he's just continuing as if nothing is going wrong.
Can I roll compass or quest marker to
Yes.
but with the question of where do we go?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Can I? I want to do two things.
Oh.
Can I?
Oh.
Can I
Oh,
activate my
shit.
Okay. Well.
Wow.
Where do we go?
I will deal with Krat in a second because there's a lot to unpack there. Ned, what were you talking
Yeah.
about?
Okay.
Bioscanners. I just want to activate my bioscanners.
That shit don't work here.
As you activate your bioscanner, you get weird.
Keeping in mind, it is my lightsaber. I don't know if that
You get
changes things.
really weird readings. There are 4 life forms. There are 4 billion life forms. There are 7. There are 22. Your lightsaber is reading things, but they don't make sense. It's trying to connect to a network that it can't connect to at the moment, but because it's your lightsaber, it's trying to connect through the Force, and the Force is telling it all sorts of impossible things, because you're in something that was created and shouldn't exist.
Ned puts his saber on his belt and follows whoever decides to do something else.
All right.
Which would be
I'm
Odo.
assuming you're-
Ned is shutting down.
Zeta, you are overwhelmed and confused and frustrated. Krat,
Yeah.
you reach out to get a quest marker.
Yeah.
And realize this entire place is a quest marker. You are inside the yellow exclamation point. And it begins to shrink. And shrink in your vision. Until it does reach a single door. A door that looks like a parallelogram. 4 equal sides, but 2 points at points that are at the compass points, north, east, south, and west. Above it, you see a small, almost like a bat-like symbol, and then a little bird, and a set of scales.
Okay, so Krat will just say, pardon the intrusion, Odo, but there, and point at the door.
The door is about 30 meters straight, 90 meters left, 120 meters straight again, and then right, except it's in 3 dimensions. But there is a path there.
Odo
Good.
begins
take a
walking down
second.
that path.
And Krat will just start walking there as well.
Yeah.
Once Odo understands that, like, that's where he needs to go, then Krat is going that way as well.
I do want to make it clear. Odo's not running; he's just walking. But but Daisy is charged the entire time.
Mhm. Okay. I do have to get to bed after this, but we're about to approach where I had written for the edge of my notes. So you guys make your way to that door. The door begins glowing an ominous white. And as an image begins to resolve in the center, you get the sense of lush green fields that are immediately swept away to a desiccated forest that returns and recurs, an unstable lush and then desert landscape that is ever changing and ever mutable. But that's where the quest marker told you to go.
Do we see anything living around us? Do we see anything that we could possibly believe is responsible?
Not yet. You see small animals that are in a very mentally trying sight, are in essence trying to live their life moment to moment because they are alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, all in the span of a minute. You see trees and flowering vegetable life go from full bloom to looking like the dead of winter, and that cycle keeps going. Times some pieces are longer than others, but that cycle never stops.
Are we on a planet right now? Like the door that we went through, are we on a different plane besides the plane of in between worlds?
No,
Right now,
we
you are
haven't been
still
through
in
yet, right?
between. You have not stepped through the door to this other place,
Okay,
as far as I know.
I stepped through the door.
As you do, you feel the air on your face. It feels like the normal galaxy, except for the obvious ever-shifting and ever-changing life. But you are not part of that cycle. You do not constantly die and become reborn.
And seeing
You
him
are
not
other.
die, I walk through.
You also are unaffected by this cyclical nature.
As I enter the door and I kind of, depending on what I see around me, whatever's going on, I just kind of shout at the top of my lungs, "Face me, you coward!"
Pratt turns to Ned and goes, "Who is he talking to?"
Ned doesn't respond.
Good talk.
You do not get a response, but you do glimpse the first structure that you've seen. The first thing that looks unnatural, in a sense that something or someone made it. It was not evolved or grown or created. It was just built. And it's a squat little palace a couple of kilometers off in the distance. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Cool.
Cool.
Damn.
God damn it.
Odo's just gonna be a ball of rage for a while.
That's understandable.
That was a fun one.
That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I like being the Bendu. The Bendu is fun.
I'm being very patient. I'm being very patient with you right now. This is so rude. And the other motherfucker just called me other.
Yeah.
Force sensitive. Non-force sensitive. Other.
Did this motherfucker just other Odo goddamn Texas?
Yes, he did.
Nope.
Because
Oh.
oh man.
Oh. I'm glad you sent me on the path of my true enemy.
Bendu makes
Yeah,
me
we're
want
gonna
to
see
kick
how that
things.
goes.
Bendu makes me want to kick things.
Oh, absolutely. Fuck Bendu and everything he stands for.
Yeah, that's absolutely understandable.
You know, I think that Bendu is probably the first person ever that Krat like actively disagrees with.
I'm
Like like everyone else it's like, all right, well they just have a different way of thinking and that's fine and whatever. But I think Bendu for Krat is like, no, fuck that guy. Like,
I'm honestly
You
curious
finally made
how
wrong
Krat
impressions.
interpreted that whole thing.
I'm gonna have to take a second and think about it because I don't know. Because this is the Vergance. That's the problem here. The Vergance has been his like fucking hero and his one goal this entire game.
And
And then he
now it
meets
turns
him and
out
he's
that
like, this guy's an asshole. Like,
yeah.
I don't agree with the thing he's saying. And also like I'm kind of disappointed in like what it is. So it's like I don't like how does Crack go from there? You know? Like
And
that's why
now
I'm like he's being completely self-centered at this point.
yeah.
Like towards just like I don't know.
And now on the opposite spectrum, how did Ned interpret that whole scenario?
Ned's not doing great from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Ned is, how to put this? This was a perfect storm on my end because for whatever reason I've been having a lot of focus issues tonight, and every time I chime back in, it is like Ned has no business being where he is. Like every single time I chime back in, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no, Ned shouldn't be here like at all." And
So
then upon entering a realm that is completely made by the Force, he's shutting down. Like he is actively shutting down.
okay, when you say shutting down, do you mean that he's not acknowledging what's going on around him, or is he like emotionally unavailable? Like how do you mean he's shutting down?
He is, for lack of a better term, short circuited. There is so much happening that is conflicting with his personal worldviews. Like there is like for the next couple of sessions, Ned will probably not say anything.
I find it interesting that Odo is probably taking this the best just because he has vengeance on his mind.
Well,
He's just
Odo,
not recognizing anything but vengeance.
Well, and that's
well,
the thing.
Odo,
Like Odo is just so centered on killing whoever hurt Talius. Like he
Odo
doesn't
is
care anything past that.
also a mentally simple character. You have the availability to just kind of go along with things.
Well, the thing is that I asked, like who hurt my girlfriend? I can make a door. Send me through the door. And then I just start walking and then Crack goes over there and then I walk through the door. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
beyond that
Again,
Odo doesn't
simple.
care.
Yes, simple, mentally simplistic. When Ned first meets Bendu, he bioscans it, sees that's a being of intense midichlorian count, and is finally hoping that it might give some answers. And hearing that it's more cryptic than the council is, and then it shunts him into a dimension that he did not even know was possible. There is a lot on Ned's mind, and he is not feeling too good about any of it
Mm.
at all.
Totally understandable. Also, it is intensely problematic to play as a DM a reactive character. I'm gonna be
And
totally honest. If you guys hadn't talked to the Bendu, he would have said "fuck all."
Yeah.
I can I do one final roll just to see if Krat recognizes what's going on with Ned? Because I feel like there would be over the course of their what like 30-year friendship, like there would be moments where he would be like, okay, like this is how Ned reacts when he's not okay. You know, and this is something for next session that like I'll deal with next session. But can I make that roll now just so I can think about?
I mean, if I'm able to make a character thing,
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel like making the role, go for it. But like, it is not hard to see that Ned is not doing well.
Right, but this is
When
also with Krat
okay,
being the
true,
most self-centered that he's ever been. So that's the
true.
only reason. Like, I'm. Would that be okay, Cedric? Can I do that real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay. What would that be though? I don't know.
I apologize, I got distracted. So, what exactly? You're establishing a role of some variety, correct?
Yeah, I just want Krat to. I want to roll for Krat to recognize that Ned is not okay because we've been friends for a long time, but also Krat is in his own brain at the moment. What? Sorry, you broke up.
That would definitely be a streetwise check.
Okay.
Ned, how difficult would it be? I mean, you're hard to read. So,
Honestly, here, let me make this kind of easy. What is your streetwise dice pool?
Two green.
Regular Tom. 2 green. I would
Yeah.
honestly say just have him roll that and see what happens, because there's a strong possibility he does not get a success.
that's valid.
Sorry, I was telling Croissant to shut up. So 2 green, just flat 2 green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with 3 advantages, I would say because Krat's feeling the most like self-centered he has ever felt, it registers that something's not right with Ned, but there are more pressing matters.
He just doesn't care. So maybe a conversation for later, but right now he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah.
Right now,
Cool.
focus on the here and now. Keep your concentration on the here and now where it belongs.
The Jedi training. Yeah.
The living force.
Yes, exactly. Okay, cool. So he does notice for later, which falls into better, session over. We'll do that later, but good to know that he recognized it.
So he recognizes that something is amiss.
He recognized
doesn't give a fuck, honestly.
It's like when you go into your room and like something's different, but you can't tell what it is.
Like I'll figure it out later. I know I will.
Like, something's out of place, but like I have to find my keys.
Yeah.
So my original question with this campaign was, what would a group do when they encountered a Force god? And I tried to answer a few questions about other things. Like, I wanted to explore a little bit about the history of the Jedi, which you guys got a bit of. And then I got this weird story of what would happen, like what made the world between worlds. And I answered that question. I don't think you're going to like the answer.
That's a good thing you bring up, because Bendu was in the archives and the things that we found, that me and Krat found.
Yeah.
And I feel like somewhere deep down, Ned, like most atheists or skeptics, they're looking for answers. And if the religion that they find doesn't have it, then you start questioning, you move on to another one.
Yeah.
But with Bendu, him not actually giving any answers to even the simplest of questions infuriates Ned.
And next session we have conflict.
Next session, Ned. I will start doing more conflict stuff with Ned, because right now he is not in a good place.
Next session, Ned and Krat venture into the dark side. Let's see what happens.
The problem with being Bendu is, if any of you guys have seen Rebels, it is so fucking hard to get a straight answer from that maniacal cockbag.
It's so great because he turns, like, someone who's true neutral will certainly turn anyone on any side to any viewpoint. It's so good. Whoever goes there and talks to him once is like questioning.
Have you considered murder? It's literally how Bendu is.
And then to the Sith, it's like, have you considered giving him a hug? And it's like,
Yeah, literally.
no, I haven't. But
Yeah.
fuck, like,
Like
I don't
that's
know.
that's the thing that I remember about
Yeah.
Bendu. Like in all honesty, he's actually a really good teacher, but he's not a teacher of light
he's
or
not a
dark.
role model.
No,
No,
absolutely
yeah.
not. He will
Great
teach you about the
teacher.
Force.
The
Horrific
best
role
way-
model.
The best way to describe Bendu is he is like I forget what the official title of it, but he is like a lead Buddhist monk.
Yeah.
The entire like
He's a lama.
proc- yeah. So he like his whole job and his whole role is to make everyone question things and to question everything.
Yes.
Regardless
That's-
regardless if the answer is correct or not, he will continue to question everything, which is why Ned is having a lot harder of a time now too, because he's like, oh, so Bendu was part of founding this whole order that I've been a part of my entire life? Huh. Wow. Okay.
Well, and
I
at
feel
the
like-
at the same time, for like Bendu, it is, and I'm gonna take it from kind of a martial arts standpoint, and I think Julianne, you'd probably appreciate this. It's kind of the same thing as asking how does one throw a punch, and then teaching a 2-hour class on how to properly throw a punch. Like even though you have
Bendu
you have-
is Master Kathy.
yeah, like it's a Master Kathy class. Like even though you have been practicing to throw a straight punch for your entire life, you've been doing martial arts for 15 years, you know exactly what you're doing, you're a 4th degree black belt. And then someone who has been doing it for 25 years goes, "So how do you throw a straight punch?" And then does an entire 2-hour seminar on how to throw a straight punch. And if you're at all versed in what they're talking about, like at the same, like you have two thoughts at the same time. You're going, "Wow, that was an extremely incredible teaching moment, and I'm glad that I know that." And at the same time, like 2 hours later, you go, "Wait a fucking minute! I know how to throw this fucking straight punch!" Like, it's both thoughts simultaneously.
Oh, dude, just wait until we get into the actual metaphysics of the universe that I have created here.
What's fun, Gio, is you just described the two like extremes of both Ned and Krat's characters.
Yeah.
Where yeah, it
which is
like
why us
we're
are having a
both
very
upset.
hard
Yeah,
time.
we're both
Yeah.
like extremely upset by this whole interaction because we're two extremes on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, but it has brought us closer to our to the opposites viewpoints than we've ever been, and it's really upsetting.
I think the best way that I can describe it, and this is approaching it from my knowledge as a martial artist and all that kind of stuff. If Krat and Ned heard the question, "How do you throw a punch?" Ned asks the question, "My God, I never thought I would ask myself how I throw a punch." And Ned is asking, "I've been throwing a punch for 25 years. What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, and both questions are being asked simultaneously, and neither one is a really satisfying
It's-
answer.
It's like when the rogue and the cleric finally meet the cleric's god face to face, and it's a disappointment for the both of them. The cleric goes, "Oh, cool! I get to meet my god! Oh, yay!" And it's fucking Helio, and it's
It's like, oh, good. Oh,
like, oh, he's a douchebag. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
yeah.
the
Oh,
rogue
this
goes,
is the
"Oh."
Vergance. He's questioning everything I've ever fucking thought. So cool.
And then the rogue goes, "Wow, I finally get to meet the god. Hey, why do bad things happen?" And he's like, "No, things happen." And he's like, "Wow, thanks." And like,
Fuck you too. One's reality shifted, the other one is questioning everything. The question is who's right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's the problem
you're-
is that no
Dude.
one's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one's right, and Krat has never even considered that maybe he isn't.
Okay,
And
I need
that's the
I need to ask a question. Do Krat and
Yeah.
Ned now start a podcast talking
Yes.
about the Force?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. The most monotone podcast of all time. It puts everyone to sleep.
Here's my bigger question: how does Krat use a microphone?
He whistles.
Every time I imagine Krat actually using language, I imagine the fucking Muppets that are like, oh, yep.
Yeah. Oh man, like I said,
Yeah,
it's
but-
it's
Whistles.
weird. It's weird that the non-Force character is probably handling this the best, not because he is like centered, or because he is understanding what's going on around him, but
He
it's
ain't give
just
a
the
fuck.
fact he is so pissed off that he needs to go and battle somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Whoa,
would,
whoa.
I would much rather be you or Cider in this instance.
I'm
Playing
sure.
Krat in this instance has been is hell. It's,
This
Yeah.
shit is real.
Yeah.
it's not even that. It's the fact of like, okay, yeah, so it is real, but that thing has been in charge of it, or
Yeah.
or can like pluck the strings of it. Fuck that guy. Like if he can't
Yeah.
give me if this man can't give me a single straight answer, like not one. The only straight answer he gave me was his name, and even that was a stretch.
My name is many things, but
All-
most call me
So goddamn
Tim.
pompous. Fuck that
Exactly.
guy.
All I'm saying is that next session might be the first time Krat uses the dark side point. It might be.
Ooh.
It might be for sure, depending on what happens after this. Because, like, again, Krat's getting like selfish,
Oh yeah.
and that is a dark side trait. That is absolutely a dark side trait. So like he's gonna have problems with that. That's
The next couple of sessions will decide which direction Ned goes. One scenario, I'm not even going to say worst or best case scenario because they are just scenarios.
yeah.
One of the scenarios I can see happening is Ned just leaves the Jedi Order entirely.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that Odo is more than happy to like never return to Republic space ever again. Like he's technically still a prisoner of the Republic Army.
I'm gonna
So
be honest. I don't know where the story goes after the next couple of sessions because I have plans.
Of course.
of course.
Your nasty little plans.
That doesn't what you guys decide, and the next few sessions are integral to how the story gets told because it's how do you respond when you're greeted with enormous power.
I think
Not well is your answer.
I think if Ned leaves the Jedi Order, Krat is going to have to do some sort of role to figure out if he leaves as well.
So
Because
go ahead, Thomas. I'm sorry.
well, no, it's real short. Just like because like if his best friend leaves, because you know friends aren't super important to Krat, but like if the person that he's been with the most leaves, then it's just like what do I do now? I don't know.
So
On top of this fucking guy.
so
No, whoever this cunt is.
I know that Odo's not really force sensitive, even though I feel like Odo has experienced more of the force than most non-force users. Like just being a part of the
That's a good
Vergance, being
point.
a part of this group, and like Odo has a more. Sadly, Odo has probably a better knowledge of what the force means than most people. But because of that, I feel like because Odo is so single-minded in I was just killing folks until somebody hurt my girlfriend, and now that somebody has hurt my girlfriend, I need to go destroy them. If Odo was to ever turn force sensitive, he is on the highway to the dark side so fucking quickly. Like it's not even funny how quickly Odo would turn Sith.
Yeah, and also on that same token, there were a couple of times throughout this session where Ned is getting very annoyed with Odo, and the fact that if he does fly off the cuff, it will be a process to put him down. And so, along with that, the fact that he's questioning people in his group and his beliefs, that is why Ned is shutting down.
Yeah.
Because there is too much happening around him, and he doesn't know what to do for the first time in his life.
What is Ned question about Odo? I'm not sure I understand.
The fact that you are powering up your gun in the close proximity of a thing, and the only person that was able to stop you, kind of, was Zeta. So if for whatever reason Zeta fails to do that, Ned is 100% certain that you are going to completely Hulk out and cause issues for him and the rest of the group.
I mean, that's technically fair. I mean, to be honest,
And Odo has given no reassurance that he will not, ever.
well, yeah,
So
because even conversations with Zeta, Odo was like, whatever this is, it hurt my girlfriend, which means I need to go fucking stop it. Are you good with that? Like, Odo's version of stopping it is just killing it. Like that is Odo's.
and that is exactly the problem that Ned is having.
Yeah. So I can see why that is like, not necessarily easy for Ned to handle, but the thing is, for right now, Zeta is like, we don't know if this is what hurt your girlfriend. The thing is, when Odo finds what hurt his girlfriend, I mean,
Yeah.
like this guy just admits.
And that's exactly the problem. Is that regardless of what it is, Ned knows that you're just gonna unload on it. He knows that.
Or that I
which
want
is still
to.
which is still a problem. because in Ned's mind, this is all Ned's point of view.
Fair enough.
From Ned's point of view, Odo is completely unhinged. The only thing he has to lose is this alleged girlfriend that he just found out about. And if you have, and Odo has a very high disregard for life and rational thinking, which is exactly against what Ned is about. He is a hyper intelligent doctor.
I would ask how we became friends in the first place, but sure.
We became friends in the first place because
You were assigned together. What?
we weren't assigned together.
But
I fixed your gun. You respected me, and I admired your battle prowess. But now that I'm traveling with you more extensively and seeing more sides of you, it's becoming more apparent how different we are. And Ned's not really sure if he likes how unhinged you are getting. Because keep in mind, you were also in prison for a very long time.
No, that is true. When I'm not on a mission, I'm normally in a republic prison. So...
Exactly. And now you are out with Ned and Zeta and Krat. But Ned's very self-centered person. Now that you're traveling more extensively with him, he doesn't know how he feels about that either.
Wow, that's fucking nuts, man.
I can't decide the inter-party dynamics. I just build a world you guys play.
Yeah, no, dude. Like putting myself into Ned's mindset, it's been very, like it's put me in like a very paranoid kind of mindset. It's really weird. Like, yeah, but like it's Ned's like a hyper analytical side, and it's because playing a hyper intelligent character, I think it's the first hyper intelligent character I have ever played.
Yeah.
And
this is the first character I've seen you play.
It is very eye-opening with no connotation added to it. It's just very eye-opening because it's caused me to think a lot, and I have my presence is a 1. I have very little social skills with this character, so I am going full hyper intelligent and full analytical about it, which is exactly how a bug atheist Jedi would be.
Hey, now you know how Azrael felt to play. Okay,
Yeah, this is
zero,
this
zero,
is
negative
insane.
charisma. Yeah, extremely intelligent, but just deal with it, and
Yeah.
deal with it in a very harsh world. It's hard. It's hard.
Yes, no, and Gio, it's nothing against your character. I love Odo.
Oh, no,
I love what you're doing. This is the interdynamic I'm experiencing with Ned right now. Well, Krat is being out and about more with Krat as things are quote unquote kicking off
Uh-huh.
in Ned's story. He is like his bond has never been stronger with Krat at this moment. Because now, along with the whole shutting down, he sees that you're also starting to question, which is also shaking Ned,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
causing Zeta to become the group anchor. One of the most flighty Jedi he's ever met.
I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to introduce conflict.
You're fine.
Oh, you fucking did it, Cedric. Yeah, you fucking did that.
I think what's really interesting about this whole dynamic, and it's something that several years ago I kind of learned about, which is when you have a cast of mixed mixed players, and what I mean by that is there are some force sensitive, and then there are some that are not force sensitive. You can really build some interesting dynamics because, like, let's say for example, and I know I'm kind of going to hypotheticals here. Let's say that Odo was force sensitive for a minute, and he was able to actually have a conversation with Bondu, and he was actually able to have a conversation with the Force deity. Odo would not be nearly as pissed or angry if the dude just acknowledged him like he acknowledged everyone else. And because Odo is being sidelined by the very thing that he believes could have hurt the person that he loves most in the universe, that put Odo in such a mood that Odo was basically ready to die. Like, he didn't care if the rest of you jumped in. Odo was ready to fight this thing to the death. So I just find, like, even though, like, there was a person that I listened to a long time ago that talked about the idea of you either have all Jedi or no Jedi, I always find it so interesting that there's always going to be this dynamic of, well, all the Force players get this knowledge, but the non-Force players don't. Now, how does that get interpreted in the party? How does that get mixed into the story? And this thing with Bondu, which everybody is kind of interpreting in different ways. Odo doesn't have an interpretation. Odo doesn't give a shit about Bondu. Odo does not, like, the moment that he put him on the path to destruction for what hurt his girlfriend, he no longer cares what this thing is about. But yet every single person around Odo, Zeta, Ned, and Krat, all of them are having these moments of introspection just because this thing is talking about things that Odo could not possibly understand. And I feel like that's the kind of thing that is so fascinating when you have a mixture of Force users and non-Force users. I always find that stuff just so fascinating when you can really and truly pull it off the ground.
I think it's cool too. Like, and I think that one thing that's super interesting about this party specifically is that we can literally break down the spectrum of entirely force sensitive versus not force sensitive in the slightest into 4 categories, which is just great. Like, you have the Jedi who's kind of force sensitive. You have the Jedi who is obsessed and is super force sensitive. You have the Jedi who rejects the force, which would be like, the negative first layer, and then the person who isn't force sensitive at all. And so I think it's interesting that exactly, yes.
Yeah,
So,
that's very true.
Thank you. Yes.
That is
yes.
very
So
true.
we get the entire spectrum of all of the force, regardless of what we do. And I think that's very interesting. Like, to where everyone is viewing this from a completely different standpoint on where you are with the force. Like, and I think that's I don't know. I love our party dynamic. I think it's great.
It's
I
really
think
cool how
I
that
think
worked
that's
out.
really true, Thomas, because Krat is meeting someone who is like, saying I can manipulate the force. I have a force god and I'm a little bit of an asshole, and Krat's like, "Well, what the fuck?" and kind of interpreting it that way. Zendaya understands what's going on and is interpreting the information. I don't want to say correctly, but I want to say safely, and is just
Yeah.
kind of trying to make sure that the
Zeta's
party
probably the least fucked up by all this.
exactly like really and truly. Ned is one of those that is a atheist who just met God and doesn't know how to ask them about every horrible thing that has ever happened. And then you get
And God's
someone
also
who
a dick.
yeah. And then you get Odo who doesn't give a shit about any of it. Like is on the negative spectrum of all of it and
Yeah,
just
gods
wants
aren't real. You can kill gods.
exactly.
It doesn't matter. It
exactly.
doesn't matter.
If this thing's got a pulse, I'm gonna fucking shoot it. Like that
Yeah.
is the negative aspect of Odo. And
Yeah, we hit the perfect quarters of the entire spectrum. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I feel like that's really like a really interesting dynamic that I don't think any of us intended. But
No, not
like...
at all. Yeah, but it's great. It's so good.
It's kind of influenced how I have to write the campaign because I'm adapting for how you guys respond to specific events.
I feel so bad for you, Cedric, because you have to write for the biggest gap in characters. Like you gotta it is, and because here's the thing, Cedric. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna whisper to you because I know that no one else needs to hear this. You need to pick. You need to pick a side, and you need to pick which side you're leaning towards. And I'm not gonna say it. So I don't want you to. Hey,
please,
pick with no bias. Pick with no bias.
Please, for the love of God, do not pick Odo's side.
Pick with no bias at all. But you gotta pick. You gotta pick you gotta pick if the force takes over, if the force dies, because 2 out of the 4 of our characters, no matter what happens, are drastically changing at the end of this campaign.
It could be any of us.
It could be any. That's the beauty of it.
It could be Ned and Zeta. It could be Krat and Zeta. It could be
It could
Ned
be.
and Odo.
Two of us are being completely different people when this campaign ends. And there's absolutely no pressure because I loved everything you've done so far. It's been perfect. And it's been perfectly it's sparring this whole conversation that we're having. So it's been perfectly wedged this entire time, and it's great.
Regardless of how angry or upset I get with where Ned's going, it is still a very good story. It is giving me. I think this is the most conflict I've ever felt with a character in my time of playing any TTRPG.
Ooh, okay.
I feel good about it, actually. I like it when I can cause people to question.
Yeah.
All I ask Cedric is please do not pick the double negative. Please do not pick Odo's side. Odo is not the answer in any of this.
Depending on how dice rolls, it could be.
I know, and that terrifies me more.
we are beholden to the dice and also your decisions because the next few sessions are gonna get really weird.
If you pick Odo's side, then Krat becomes Darth Hairson and ravages the galaxy, ravages it like for
Granted,
decades.
If
I-
if we go full dark side with this, Ned is creating a like anti-force virus. Like
You're building
he's-
Palpatine's fleet, is what you're
Yeah.
doing. Like,
yeah.
that's what Ned did. Is he built Palpatine's fleet?
Honestly,
I have a question. Do you know where you are after
As a-
leaving the door
as a player
No.
or as a character?
as a player?
As a
Nope.
player, I'm envisioning the place that Ezra Bridger and Ahsoka Tano were in.
That was where you were. You walked through the door.
After that, I have no idea.
Yeah, after that, no clue. And I don't want to know until next session.
Yeah, no idea. No idea at
Yeah.
all.
That- I thought I led a little bit with it. If you guys don't know, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
Yeah, I don't know.
it's going to be a ride.
Yeah,
I'm
no clue.
I'm sure. Like I said, for me, as much as I love playing Odo, and I really do love Odo as a character, his mentality through all of this, through the discovery, through the learning of what the Force really means, and how to accept that part of their life, Odo doesn't care about any of it. Odo only cares that someone hurt someone he cares about, and that thing needs to die. Odo is on a vengeance campaign, and at least as a person, in my opinion, Odo is now completely in the wrong and should not be followed. Like the idea that Odo could potentially be right is absolutely fucking horrifying to me. Because Odo is like as much fun as I'm having playing Odo as a character and stuff like that, and I love what I'm doing with him. Odo doesn't care about what happens. Like if it turns out this person destroys half the galaxy or destroys all the galaxy, Odo doesn't care.
Yeah, Zeta has to remind him that he could also destroy the girlfriend.
Yeah, like that's really the thing. Like
All right,
Odo-
calm down, Anakin.
like the very fact that Odo could hurt the one thing in his life that he actually cares about, the one thing that grounds him to reality. Because beyond that, Odo is just a scumbag. He's a villain. He's a gun runner. But because he has someone in his life that believes in him, he believes that he can do a greater good. Someone hurt that idea, therefore Odo has to hurt that whatever it was.
You brought him here to kill me.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly.
Like, but the thing is, like, as much as I realize that I'm playing the non-Force version of Anakin and all this, I hope everyone understands that I'm not just murder crazy. Like,
Oh,
I
dude.
am trying to hold Odo back as much as possible.
No,
No, dude.
I get that.
I think
Ned-
yeah.
Ned on
I
the
really-
other hand.
I really think that like we have like as an extension of what I was saying before, like I feel like everyone it kind of shows, I think, with the interactions or just like how everyone just like kind of does stuff. Like everyone really loves their characters, and it's really fun to be in the headspace of whatever character that everyone is playing. You know, like it to where, you know, both Geo and Javen have said like, hey, like I love your character, but this is what's going on. But I think that it's just, I don't know, I love it. I think it's very fun. I think that it's very fun to like lean into the headspace that we're all getting into, to where it's like, I
Mhm.
fucking hate you, but also I love you so much, but also I fucking hate you.
I
Like
like
like-
the fact that we can have inter-party conflict and still have friendship
Yes.
because that's
yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
good.
love it. Yeah,
No,
which is
because I've had the flip of that where
Mhm.
it's in game is bad, and then it affects the friendship on the outside, and that's not
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
No, it's so not good. Yeah, but oh fuck.
We're all good at realizing that these are characters.
Yes.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Now I
But-
am.
I
It used to
feel
be bad.
It just makes it interesting for character development and everything.
Well,
like
it
I
does.
really like, I don't know, because I for reference, I guess I just played D&D with like a group near me, which for like some old friends from high school, and like it was fun, but they just like don't they don't take it like super seriously at all. But it's just like fun to have characters like where it's like, no, we're getting in heated arguments, but it's fine.
Oh,
Well,
God.
Like it's totally fine. Like
No, I can 100% see if things keep going unchecked between Odo and Ned, there is going to be a fallout, and I don't know how that's gonna go.
it's the whole party, Javen. It's the whole party is a time bomb. Like we're
Yeah.
we're all like if any of the two of us spent an extended amount of time with each other, we would kill the other. Like it's like,
Kind of true.
but we've just been put
so
on
much
missions with each other by
actually.
so
Yeah.
Thomas, I do need to ask this question because I feel like this is going to solve not necessarily issues in the group because I don't think there is any, but I think
Yeah.
this kind of goes to the point that we're talking about. As a player,
Yeah.
did you have any sort of problem with me playing Odo and telling Krat that the message that you saw Ned Krat misinterpreted?
Oh, not at all, dude. Not at all. I think that that's why I press so hard for the Autocrat interactions. Is that one like that one right there is a perfect example of it because I think that our characters are so funny together, and like I don't laugh. I try not to laugh when we have any of our interactions, because they're very funny to me, and that's why I press them so hard. like like because they are so incredibly awkward.
And there's a lot of truth to that, and that they are, but again, it's one of those things that
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
It's one of those things that for players, and I feel like this is one of the things that for a lot of people is kind of the bridge and gap. There needs to be understanding that as a character, I know that you know this information. I know that you know that I have a girlfriend that Odo keeps very secret and that he's very protective of.
Yeah.
And when you as a character come up and ask Odo, you need to be able to understand, maybe I don't want to tell you. Like it could be very simple as me telling Krat, you misinterpreted what you heard. Like that was that was not what you think it was.
Yeah, my
And-
intention with that whole conversation was I know you're going to make an excuse, and first excuse you give, that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever, like just whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But just he wanted to know. That's it.
Yeah. And as long as the players are okay with that and they understand that and they're clear on that, that is fine. It's when players are like, "Why did your character lie to me?" That's when the problem really comes in.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that I've never really understood. Like whatever decisions you make in character, those decisions you make in character, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. Like,
Yeah, it
why,
has nothing to do
why
with
would you? Yeah, like why didn't you tell me that? Like,
because
once
my
the session
character's
is over.
lawful good. Like, what do you want? Like, I'm a
Yeah.
fucking paladin.
Or my
whose
character
whole
is
thing
fucking lawful
truth.
evil and I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah,
like-
literally.
My whole thing is telling the truth, so I'm going to tell the whole party the truth. Like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about? Like,
Yeah,
character flaws are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
so it makes the character the character. Like they
is-
they do what they are meant to do.
And
Yeah, that
I
is one thing with the group I just started. Like, I played with them once, like last week, and they're like, they don't play D&D a lot, and they like just started playing, I guess. But I went in there with a character with like a full-fledged like backstory and like, well, this is his flaw and this is like how he, and there was like, oh, oh god. I'm like, oh, sorry, yeah.
I
Sorry,
feel
sorry, I do this a lot.
Yeah, I do this a lot. Sorry.
I feel like if the players understand that the characters have flaws and that does not necessarily reflect on the players, like a character can have flaws. Odo is maniacal. In a lot of respects he's evil. He doesn't care what kind of damage he does. Krat is very naive on things. He has a certain worldview that doesn't gel with a lot of other people. As long as the players understand that and do not hold that to the player, but understand that that's part of the character, I don't feel like a problem is really going to occur. It's when
As it shouldn't.
yeah, it's when those characteristics start getting hoist onto the player of like, well, you're playing a character that's just dumb, or you're playing a character that's just evil, instead of trying to make the dynamic work. That's where the problem really comes in. And so far,
there's more depth than saying, oh, my character's just stupid, or my
yeah.
character just doesn't get social interactions. Like make it more interesting. Like give it like, why are they like this? Like make it interactable while still being a nuisance.
Oh yeah.
You know what though? That comes with playing the game a lot more, and that's like what truly understanding what like an 8 wisdom is.
Yes.
Like
it comes with
and being like, yes, you need to understand the system, and that's one thing that I am looking forward to learn about this whole Star Wars system is to like actually understand. Like I am playing Krat based off of 2 stats, and that's it. That is it. But I'll get there. I'll play the super technical lightsaber character. I'll get there, but I'm learning with the stupid character. But just because he's stupid doesn't mean he has to be simple.
I think what's interesting and kind of going back to that 4 dynamic thing that we were talking about with our characters, I think the same could be said with the playing experience that we have. I think Javen is very knowledgeable of the Star Wars game, but is also very narratively, very narrative as far as DMing and has that knowledge to bring. Whereas I am very knowledgeable of Star Wars, but I'm very crunch heavy, which means that like any rule that needs to be found, I just have that knowledge. And when it comes to our 2 other players, when it comes to Thomas and Julianne, we are approaching character building from 2 very different dynamics and bringing those into the campaign that we have, which creates a very interesting 4-box dynamic, and that allows for everyone, and I truly mean this, especially for myself. It allows for everyone to have a different level of interaction, and it kind of means that everyone gets to play up their strengths, play up their weaknesses, explore what this system means, explore, oh, this is the way that we used to play it. Well, now we're doing it this way. Julianne, I understand that we used to do it this way, but we learned 2 years later that this is what this actually means. And like because we're all learning different things at different times, and because we're learning this system in different ways, that means that that how we interact in this game and how we interact with the system is also different. Like, I would not have picked gunnery if I did not know that gunnery was good for space combat as well as ground combat, unless I specifically dug into that. But that takes experience, knowing that heavy and light can't do shit if you're in a starship. Like, I could be a great gunslinger.
I'm very quickly learning the fact that I have to figure something else out to do in the ship during ship combat, because I can't just keep boosting the shields over and over again.
But you see what I mean. Like, the thing is that like if you played a couple of games in this system, you learn very quickly what applies to both, ship and ground, and then you know what applies to neither. Like, you're never going to fire a pistol in space combat, but you're going to fire a Gatling gun either in space combat or in ground combat. So suddenly, Gatling cannons in Star Wars in this game become stupid overpowered because now you're just wanting one single dice no matter what the combat encounter is.
Mm-hmm.
And once you learn that, but that takes experience, that takes time. So like
that's one thing I noticed like playing with that group I was talking about, because like they've been playing for probably like a few months, and they don't know all the rules, and they haven't been playing for fucking years like we all have. And it's just like, I guess I kind of forget my point, but like it's just fascinating to watch people, because it's like watching us play Feralia, Javen. Like it's like it's so like casual. Like, it's so casual, and I love it. And but I'm like, but at this point I'm too spoiled with all the things.
You're too into it.
I'm so into. I'm like, oh well, actually, you can't add your proficiency there because.
And
like, but
it sucks because like in the middle of saying that, and I've had this a couple of times before.
Yeah.
But in the middle of like of you going, well, actually, you need to like add this. I've realized in certain instances, I'm kind of traying the whole experience.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Right. That's what. Yeah, I agree. And what I've decided is for this group, because it's an old friend, and I want to keep playing with them. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because I'm playing. I'm not DMing. So I'm playing. And I can pick up how they play over the course of a few sessions, and then I can DM for them and get them fucking right. But
honestly, like I've noticed I do it a lot when I'm not DMing.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to stop rule lawyering so much.
Yeah,
I'm starting to annoy myself when I do it. Like every time I go, well, actually, it's like this rule, and I'm like, I'm lame. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out what direction I wanted to cast my wall of fire. I was like, God damn it! Like, I'm that guy. I'm
such a fucking nerd now. I guess I just throw it up there. I don't know.
Yeah, and what makes it extra funny, Javen, is the guy that I'm playing with. It was one of the, I'd say, probably top 10 most popular kids in my high school. So, which I've been friends with him for a long time, and I love his ass. But it's so funny that I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, actually, you don't
And then
you don't add your charisma, right? You don't add your charisma modifier